Blue, come here and take this honey.
It's annoying. Why can't you be yielding?
There's no brother who yields up to his sister.
So you haven't known it. Let me tell you a story.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful and prosperous kingdom named Albert, which was ruled by King Gary and Queen Lily. They had 2 children, a son named Albert and a younger sister named Anne. Together, they lived a really happy life.
Oh, Blue Fairy, oh, Yellow Fairy, the princess is sleeping. Just come and see. Oh, Yellow Fairy, oh, Blue Fairy, her brother's sleeping. Just come and see.
The prince and princess always smiled while hearing that. They were all happy together. Until one day the queen was seriously ill, then passed away, leaving her children orphaned. The king remarried soon after. The stepmother was really beautiful, but she was also cruel. She practiced forbidden magic to harm the king, making him weaker and weaker day by day, and finally, he also passed away. Moreover, to take the throne for herself, she even used magic to turn Prince Albert into a monster with a lion's body and a bird's head. She also intended to attack Albert. Seeing all of the bad things she had done, Anne stepped out to protect her brother.
You cruel woman! I won't let you harm my brother!
Well, your brotherhood is so touching.
Seeing how the prince and the princess protected each other, she came up with an idea to harm both of them. She staged a crime scene, brought the king to a place near the monster and the princess.
Oh my God! The prince practiced forbidden magic and turned into a monster! He harmed the king, and the princess was his partner!
After seeing that, people immediately believed her. They chased the prince away and neglected the princess. The prince was so frightened that he flew far away, leaving his younger sister Anne to live alone in the palace with the cruel stepmother. Princess Anne knew all the truth, but at that time she was all alone. Even if she tried to explain, no one would believe her. So she had to keep silent and suffered all of these things. The cruel queen made her work hard every day like a servant. Anne had to stand it all alone. Until one day she heard a conversation between 2 servants.
Hey, you know what? There is a scary monster with lion's body and bird's head who is watching that mountain far away. No one dared to cross the mountain. It's so ferocious. Remember to tell your family members not to come near. It's really dangerous.
Oh my God, how scary it is! I will tell my family to stay away from that area. Thank you so much!
The monster with lion's body and bird's head? Isn't that my brother? How lucky! He's still alive! I have to go find him!
Suddenly, she remembered the magic wand of the queen. She came up with a plan. Waiting for her to go out, Anne snuck into her room to swap the wand. Then she secretly got out of the palace to find her brother. The journey to find her brother was really difficult, because the guards of the queen were all around.
It's not good. If I go down the main road and the guards recognize me, my plan will be ruined. I have to find another way.
That's why Anne had to take the shortcut. She crossed a forest full of poisonous insects. They bit her, making her body swollen. Her body was racked with pains, but she cared nothing about it, just stepped by. After crossing the forest, she reached a frozen river with ice spikes located on the river. Being so frightened, but when she thought about her brother, Anne forgot all the danger to cross that river. The ice spikes pierced her foot, making them bleed, but it couldn't weaken her resolve to find her brother. After crossing the frozen river, she finally reached the mountain where her brother was living. She disregarded the dangers to climb up the high cliffs. Reaching the top of the mountain, she heard the heavy breathing of the monster. She immediately ran into the cave.
Brother! Albert! It's me, Anne! Finally, I can find you!
but it seemed that he had been turned into a monster for so long he couldn't recognize anything. He thought that she was just like other people who had come there to harm him. He rushed there to attack her. Disregarding the dangers, she hugged him so tight.
Oh, Blue Fairy! Oh, Yellow Fairy! Princess is sleeping! Just come and see! Oh, Yellow Fairy! Oh, Blue Fairy! Her brother's sleeping! Just come and see!
After hearing this poem, Albert was immediately awakened. He stopped the attack and looked at his sister clearly. My dear Anne, let me see you clearer. How you've grown. I'm sorry for leaving you alone. I'm so cowardly.
Brother, I will never blame you. On the way getting out of the palace, I swapped the magic wand of the queen. I think it might help you return to human, but I don't know how to use it.
Give it to me. During the time we have practiced some magic, I can use that wand. Hearing that, Anne immediately gave it to Albert. He used the wand and turned himself into a human again.
Huh?
After breaking the magic of the queen, they held each other's hand and together went back to the kingdom. He gallantly stepped into the palace and met the queen. Now it's time for you to tell the truth about my father's death. You are the one who harmed him. We all know that. Don't try to deny it.
Yes, I did it, but who will believe you? They all believe in me, a good queen who exposed your evil plan of harming your own father. I could send your father to hell. Then I can do this to you. And now 2 of you want to give me your life, right?
Right at the time, the queen laughed satisfyingly. All the people just came in from nowhere. They angrily looked at her.
You cruel! We won't let you harm our prince and princess.
Yes, we will protect them at all costs. It turned out that while Albert was questioning the queen, Anne secretly called the people to go into the palace. They stood outside and heard the queen confess all the cruel things she had done. They were really angry. Knowing that all the secrets had been revealed, the queen angrily used the magic wand to attack the 2 siblings. But she was not able to use it.
Damn it! You did something with my wand, did you? Yes, I'm the one who swapped the wand. My brother is now holding the real one. Just surrender. Then we will spare your life. Ha 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 ha! You think that without the wand, I will lose to you? Let's see!
Then she controlled the magic flash to attack Anne and Albert. Seeing that, people rushed there to protect their prince and princess. Her power injured some people. Albert was so angry that he used his wand to fight, being weaker. The queen immediately ran away, but she was blocked by the citizens. Taking the chance, Albert dealt a severe blow to the queen, making her collapse. After defeating the queen, Albert and Anne together took the throne and ruled the kingdom. They lived together in peace and prosperity forever after. At her 9th birthday, little Princess Lena discovered she had a very special power. Lena herself could emit fire, but she didn't know how to control this power. Faced with objections from the people in order to protect his daughter, the king was forced to lock Lena in a closed room, like being imprisoned. After enduring the confinement for a while, Lena gradually became lonely and somewhat panicked. The power in her body that flared up at any moment, which was hard to control. With this new power, she was afraid of harming her parents, sister, and others. Thinking that she herself would become a danger to everyone, Lena chose to leave the palace. However, things weren't that simple, especially since Lena couldn't control her flames. Faced with this situation, what Lena received was just misunderstanding from people. They thought she wanted to destroy the palace.
Don't! I didn't mean to! I'm sorry.
Soon, she found her way out of the palace. Thanks to a wine cart, the little princess successfully overcame the strict guards. Despite all the intense search from her family, Lena insisted on running away by any means. However, how could a princess survive in the forest? All she could find were wild fruits and spring water. The lonely life in the forest was dangerous, yet the divine power was not able to be used at the right time.
Why? Why is there no fire at this time?
With the strong feelings of anger, Lena's fire burned out unintentionally, causing the forest to be immediately threatened. The heat of the fire didn't affect Lena, but it was enough to make her panic and lose her mind. Suddenly, a mysterious woman appeared.
Calm down, girl.
The woman casually took out a small potion, emitting a very pleasant scent. The strange scent somewhat extinguished the fire of rebelliousness in Lena. Not only that, this woman could also control flames spectacularly.
What's your name? Why are you here? This power from fire is not something that can be used arbitrarily. But I don't know what to do. I can't control it. Little girl, follow me. You can't live in the forest.
At the warm invitation, along with curiosity about what the woman had just done, she immediately went with that powerful woman.
How can you do those things? I'm a witch. Witch? Not all witches are bad. But I hear people say witches are evil. Witches are always dangerous to humans. Just like me. Oh, baby. People are always speculating and fearing what they don't know. Look, there are herbs everywhere in my house. I use them to make potions for other creatures, sometimes even humans. By the way, I'm Brenna.
In the house filled with such sparkling, eye-catching things, the little princess's curiosity suddenly arose. Little did Lena know that these magical items would bring out things that were not as lovely as they appeared.
It's the tree of memories. If you touch the pollen, it will bring you back to your memory or to it. I'm sure you have some not-so-pleasant memories. Is there any way... I didn't hear anything. Is there any way to turn me back to normal person? I don't know why you have that ability, but I will try to find out and give you the answer. Sometimes there are things that come to us that seem like a disaster, but if we accept it, it will be a wonderful gift.
Since then, the little Princess Lena stayed with the witch Brenna. After many years, she became a beautiful young woman. Every day, she took care of herbs and learned to master her powers. One day, Lena and Brenna went to the forest to collect herbs. Both of them had encountered a very dangerous woman.
Finally, after many years of searching, I have met you, the one with the destructive power from fire. Ever since the day your power was discovered, I have searched for you such a long time. I didn't expect you to be this big now. Your power will surely grow too, and now it will belong to me. Take them down. Hell, I have no enmity with you. Why are you fighting for no reason? Since you are keeping what I need, it must belong to me.
Then the wolves heard Hell's orders and attacked Lena and Brenna. Lena also quickly used her power to create fireballs that were thrown at the wolves and the witch Hell. Knowing that she couldn't compete with the two, Hell immediately let go of the temptation.
Lena, the power you have is a cursed power. I am the supreme witch of the werewolf race. Only I can know the source of your strength and help you neutralize it. If you want to lift this curse, come to find me.
With that, Hell and the wolves left, but her words still echoed in Lena's head.
Brenna, is it true that Hell can help me lift the curse? Don't let her temptations mess with your mind. I will help you find the answer. Just wait patiently.
After that encounter, Brenna also realized the truth behind Lena's power and decided to spend all her time in the underground library searching for a satisfactory answer. Knowing that, Hell took the opportunity to enchant Lena. She spent 3 days and 3 nights crafting a potion capable of controlling people's minds. When night fell, Hell turned into a spider and crawled into Brenna's house. Seeing Lena fast asleep, Hell released a spider silk thread near Lena's lips and passed the poison through it. The drop of poison that touched Lena's lips changed color and took effect, causing her to wake up uncomfortably. Because of being poisoned, Lena's face became different. Her eyes were dark and lifeless. Her face was angry and melancholy. Lena was angry. Her whole body was on fire. The fire quickly spread to the house. Lena staggered out of the fire with a lifeless expression and passed out in front of the door. When she woke up, the house was destroyed. The remaining fires startled her.
It's all my fault. I did it. How can I do such a thing? That's right. It's because your powers are cursed that you'll always do such scary things. You failed to control the fire demon in you and made Brenna, a bright witch, to pass away. If you want to get rid of this curse, follow me. Only I can help you.
Lena desperately looked at the fires ravaging the house and decided to follow Hell. She hoped that Hell could help her lift this evil curse.
Welcome to my mystical home. Please tell me about the source of my power. Your power? It appeared on a strange, stormy night with a 2-color moon. When the queen, your mother, gave birth to 2 sisters under the magic tree, not knowing that at the same time, 2 ice-flaming spirits were also born. No one knows it because everyone is scared and running away from the storm. So, from there I got the power of fire. As for the power of ice, it belongs to your twin sister. So how do I get rid of that curse of power? And my little sister too? Come to the root of the magic tree, where both of you were born, and I will help you to suck all that cursed power out of you. Everything will be back to normal as you wish.
She didn't know how her twin sister was facing that cursed power. Only by dispelling this cursed power could they live a normal life. Lena decided to return to her kingdom, find her twin sister so that Hell could help her remove this power.
Adele, I'm... Goddess is back! Do you have any story from the earth to tell us today?
Oh yes, today I'll tell you the story about the most beautiful girl in the world. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Alice who lived with her mother in a small village. Her father passed away since she had been born. The widowed mother and her daughter had to try their best to get by. Her mother was really weak, but she tried her best to work every day, even the hard work, as long as it could give her the money to raise her daughter. Working hard in a long time made her exhausted and got seriously ill. Alice was so worried that she went everywhere to find a doctor to cure her mother, but all of them were not able to do it. Couldn't see her mother in pain. Alice kept on searching for the doctor, which could cure her mother, waiting for the day she could find a master.
Alice, my poor beautiful girl, I don't have the heart to see you searching Doctor in vain like that. I heard people say that in that faraway valley there had been a magic flower which can cure anything, making people live longer.
Really? If it's true, my mother will be cured. Thank you so much. I will set out right away to find that flower.
That flower is really precious. I think the route will be really difficult. You have to be really careful.
I will take great care. Please don't worry. I'll go there now. But when I go there, my mother...
You're afraid that your mother will have to stay at home alone, right?
Yes, my mother is really ill, but no one can care for her when I'm leaving.
Don't worry. I and everyone will take turn to take care of her. Just rest assured to set out and promise me you will come back here safely.
I remembered it. Thank you so much.
Alice said goodbye to the chief of the village and set out, ignored all the dangers ahead. Alice kept on walking so fast to find the magic flower as soon as possible to save her mother, until she reached a forest. She was really surprised that all the plants here had been withered. Then she stepped on the ground with full of dry leaves. After a few steps, she saw the giant old tree moving, turning back and seeing her in anger.
What are you doing here, sinful human? You cut down all the trees, causing our water source stuck, making this forest die gradually. And now you still dare to come here?
While saying, the tree stretched its body to chase and capture Alice.
Oh my God! Please spare my life. I will find a way to regain the water source for the forest and making it fresh again.
Remember your words. If you can't do it, I will never let up on you. The underground water source is in that lake. It used to be so prosperous, but no one knows why it was stuck. You can go there and check.
Alice followed what the tree had said and went to the small lake in the forest. And she could see the lake was dry. There were only dry leaves and branches that human had thrown into it. She cleaned the leaves and the branches. Then she discovered a small hole that the water used to flow from that. The hole was totally blocked by a stone. She had to use all of her power to push the stone away, and finally, she could make it. The water immediately flowed out, making her lose momentum. Right at that moment, the tree spirit appeared and used its branches to roll her and put her on its shoulder.
Thank you so much, young girl. You have reborn the whole forest and saved all of us. I'm sorry for misjudging you earlier.
Never mind. It's also our fault. I'm glad that the forest is back.
If it hadn't been you, we should have lived forever in wither like that. What makes you come here? For a long time, I cannot see anyone here.
My mother is seriously ill. I'm on my way to the valley to get the magic flower to save her.
Oh my god! The route to the valley is really dangerous, young girl.
No matter how dangerous it is, I will do anything for my mother.
What a dutiful kid. I have a gift for you.
After the tree spirit finished saying, a golden leaf suddenly dropped into her hand. Then it showed her the fire gate, which led to the Flower Valley.
That's all I can help you. Good luck, and I hope that my gift will be useful to you.
Before the fire gate, Alice knew nothing to do. Every time she intended to cross the gate, the hot fire made her get back in pain. However, the love for her mother gave her the strength to do it. And against all odds, she crossed the fire gate, making herself burn in pain. But when she thought about her mother, who had worked hard to raise her, it gave her the will to risk. Alice finally could cross the gate, and the fire was also went out. But the burns made her collapse, so she couldn't go on. However, the golden leaf, which the tree had given her, suddenly shone. An aura covered Alice and healed all of her wounds. After recovering, Alice happily went on, and the valley with the shining magic flower was in front of her. Alice went quickly towards the magic flower, but she was blocked by the little flower spirits.
Who are you? What are you coming here for?
I'm not the bad one. I will never harm you. I just want to ask for the magic flower to save my mom. She has been seriously ill, but she can't get over it. Our last hope is that magic flower.
What a beautiful girl. You are also the first person who overcame all the challenges and got here. We agreed to let you take the flower away, but you have to remember, everything has its limit. Each petal on this flower can only extend your mother's life for 1 more year.
Oh my god! There are only 5 petals! That means my mother just can live 5 more years? Is there any other way to extend her life?
There is only one way that you can tear each petal apart, but you will have to exchange your age each time you do it. Will you accept it?
Yes! For my mother, I can do anything!
No need to think. Alice did it immediately. Each time she tore a petal apart, her skin got wrinklier, her hair turned white. When the petal was much as she had wished, Alice became a weak old woman. But she was really happy because she knew that her mother was about to be saved. After exchanging all of her ages, Alice became weaker and weaker. She tried her best to come back home. After giving the flower to her mother and seeing her getting well again, Alice collapsed. Right at that moment, the flower flew up and turned into a goddess. Alice, my dutiful and brave girl, you ignored all the dangers and overcome all of my challenges just for your mother. You even sacrificed your own life for her. You really touched my heart. I will give you a gift. Then she casted a spell. A light covered Alice, and she turned back into a young girl like before.
Goddess, thank you! Thank you so much!
The goddess smiled and flew away. Alice and her mother hugged each other so tight. From that moment, they lived happily and peacefully together forever after. Are in Treasure Country. It gathers all kinds of people, from honorable horsemen, royal nobles, commoners, drunkards, and even the most notorious thieves in the history.
The perfect job. There's nothing we can't steal from this world. That's a lie. Can you steal the red diamond on Princess Pandora's neck?
The chief leader slammed his face. He knew that in Treasure Kingdom, Pandora was the most confused name. Pandora was the king's only daughter, so all precious thing in the world, as long as Pandora liked it, she could easily have it. A princess who is pampered in royal like that. She suddenly disappeared when she was 17. For the past 3 years, all search efforts had been completely wasted. The king is willing to pay whatever it takes to find his daughter.
When you can afford to find her, no doubt that, not only the little red diamond, even the whole kingdom to be given to you by the king himself. I heard only the haunted castle that hasn't been touched. How about our great thief, Your men are the best in this treasure kingdom, aren't they? Don't, boss. That castle is horrifying. Whoever walked in there is still missing until now. How about we let him win this time? Scared? Well, you're just a little chicken. Looks like no one's going to take this job. Unfortunately, I heard that in that castle, in addition to the precious gold and silver all over the ruins, there was also a ghostess who could answer all the questions in the world if she was beaten. What if I say I dare? Huh? But I don't know the way. Just come to the castle door with me. Wait there. The whole estate will belong to you. So, who took this deal?
Huh?
What a colt.
Dealt! I'll meet you tonight. This bar. No meat, no leave.
That night, as planned, Baron and the thief leader began their journey. All actions seemed to follow exactly their plan. The so-called reckless young man is Baron, a cross-county bounty hunter. He sprawled all over the land in search of duty. None of Baron's challenges can't be completed so far. Sometimes for Baron, the difficulty of the task is more attractive, more important than the money. And the quest for Princess Pandora this time was a fascinating challenge not to be missed. Even before someone can speak, the door suddenly opens, let out a terrifying sound. Hi! Too loud! What are you yelling? I'm a human.
You are...
I'm here to explore things too. Call me, whatever. Let me guide you. Under the guidance of a strange girl, a group of people explored the castle together.
Brother, where did the little freak come from? But they say there's only one ugly, horrifying flying ghostess in the air.
Like this? The guide girl appeared to form a ghostess soaring, scaring the thieves, fainting. Except for Baron, who went through many, many mysterious events, are still alive. Before exploring the castle, Baron prepared many wormwood charms collected from different countries and lands. He calmly took it out, but they all have nothing to do with ghostess. Is there anything more unique about you? How about I pick you up? Turned out the jar was cursed. It sucked the ghostess inside. She can't get out.
So, you ready to answer my question? Ghostess, wise woman?
Baron could not achieve his purpose. The thieves suddenly appeared. They knocked Baron out, got all his precious possessions in their hands, and robbed him of the opportunity to ask questions.
The treasures belong to me at last!
You sure? Look like you haven't learned to humble yet.
It is you! No, you're not human!
Smart one! Oh, what do you think? I spread the word to trick you into this place for? Of course it is, because I own this castle. Well, new spirits of ambition. Such a delicious taste.
The Black Crow Witch created a seismic force that caused the knives in the room to fly towards the thieves. They want to run away, and all the doors are closed. There is no other way. The gang of thieves must find a way to fight the witches. They threw all the objects around towards him, but the objects only flew through, creating no damage. A witch's body is like a mirage. He held his hand. All the thieves passed out. In other development, after the resounding seismic shock, Baron regained consciousness. Seeing the jar containing the ghostess accidentally thrown away by the thieves, Baron stealthily took it back, freeing the ghostess. The ghostess explained that she was enchanted by witchcraft, lost all her memories, and was imprisoned in the Black Crow Witch's castle. You freed me, so I wanted to help. However, I can only lead you here. All the rest depends on you. This room, which I can't get into, is most likely filled with the weakness of the witch. On the instructions of the ghostess, Baron entered the secret room. There's only one ancient book can talk.
Gilman, how dare you step foot in here! Witch, there's been a break-in! Witch!
Remembering the ghostess's words about the witch's weakness, Baron swiftly approached the book. The witch appeared. At the same time, Baron swung his knife up and pinned it deep into the book. The book screamed, melted with red ink, and burned.
It hurts! My face! My face!
After the witch vanished, Baron and the ghostess returned to see the condition of the thieves. But the thieves, who has been sucked out of soul, couldn't return.
Well, they did it on their own. The reason I'm helping you is because you're different from them. Different from those who just wait for property in this castle.
I'm not that good. But really, I came here only for the purpose of finding the relics of Princess Pandora, performing the mission.
I see. Because of the curse, I can give answers to all other people's problems without discovering my own background. If only there were someone willing to go back to where I came from.
To thank Baron for his release, the ghostess agreed to let him ask a question. Baron hesitated.
I was a knight who wanted to conquer hard tasks, but I still have a lot of ways to do it this time. Ghostess, I decided to give you a chance to find your memories.
Really?
Yes. My question is, who you were, where, what was your past?
The light came on. The ghostess' memory returned. The body gradually became visible, turning into a very beautiful look.
I remember. I am Pandora. There are memories. The witch's curses disappear. I can go back to being normal again.
At this moment, the castle suddenly shook violently. Strong Baron hurriedly carried the princess away. The ghostly castle fell behind them, ending the most terrifying spiritual stories ever. Back at the palace with the princess, Baron became a hero, was received with great dignity.
Are you the knight who saved my daughter Pandora? I don't know how to thank you enough. Tell me, knight, nobleman, property, land, what do you want? My king, I'm just an adventurer. Finding the princess, completing the mission is the best thing for me.
Although there were many regrets, the king and princess finally accepted to let Baron leave.
What's going on, man? You can't leave her, can you? Me too. But you know, we're so different. You're a princess. I'm just a civilian.
As soon as he finished, a rider soared in front of the knight.
What difference? One is a knight, the other is a ghostess woman locked in a castle?
You, princess? Why are you here?
It turned out that because the king loved his daughter so much, he approved with a request to allow the princess to be with the benefactor to experience new lands. There was no more way to say no. The incompetent knight brought Princess Pandora with him on his way to conquer the adventurous quests.
You brought me with you too much. The weapons that take out your ghostess are dead. After all, if I ever meet a ghostess, I can turn into a more horrific version, so it will have to give up on me.
Much she dreamed. Demon Lord couldn't imagine that the beautiful girl who was dancing in front of his eyes was now a brave man. This result was predicted almost 20 years ago. There is a prophecy spoken by the ultimate witch of the demon realm that the boy and the twins of Phoenix would dissipate the demon's force.
Nonsense!
Believing in the prophecy, Demon Lord Adonis brought troops to the god realm to root out the threat, waiting for the phoenix's birth, which made the seal weaken. However, as soon as the twins were born, the sky emitted a red aura, covering the whole temple. The sacred aura repelled the demons, causing them to retreat to the demon realm. Phoenix gave birth to a boy and a girl, Peacock and Eagle. Your Highness, it's Princess Eagle and Prince Peacock.
Huh? Why the Princess Eagle? If she was a man, she'd be stronger. Soldier, announce that I gave birth to Prince Eagle, who will inherit my throne. And about Peacock, take him to the forest and take good care of him. Absolutely no one will know the truth. I'm so sorry. If the prophecy is true, surely Demon Lord won't leave it that way. To protect you, to protect the gods, I only have one way. That's how the two children's identities were swapped. The peacock, apparently male, grew up with the name Arya under the title of princess. Because of being isolated, Arya's personality was extremely unpredictable. He often got angry with his servants around. Even with Lila, the strongest descendant of the Guardian family, which specializes in protecting the gods.
Who would have thought a favored and excellent woman like her have to protect the princess? Didn't everyone say Lila was gonna be Prince Aiden's partner?
Yeah, I heard she was born with powers and abilities to detect poison very quickly. Well, too pity. One day, the Nine-Tails Fox of Dania, the princess of Fox tribe, heard that peacock was the most beautiful species in the world. She was extremely jealous, looking deep into the forest to provoke. The most beautiful thing in the world? Looks like it's just some kind of old-fashioned turtle. No one ever comes to see me. Let's see if, after I smoke, your damn peacock can still hide in there. Unexpectedly, the breeze caused the flames to fall out of control, spreading everywhere. Because the fire is so strong, Lila is destroyed by force, from which there is no magic. For a descendant of the Guardian clan, this is no different from being an exterminator. Lila! Lila! What's wrong with you? There's nothing going to happen to you. I command! I'm fine, Princess. The best way to protect what you cherish is to become stronger. Don't surrender to adversity. Huh? Since then, Arya stopped ostracizing Lila like she used to. Day after day of hard training, she determined to be strong to protect Lila. One day, as customary once a year, the servant of the Phoenix brought a large bowl of medicinal water to Peacock. Despite losing the magic, Lila recognized it is a poison bowl and immediately knocked it down. That night, after hearing a loud scream in her master's room, Lila stormed in and discovered her beautiful peacock princess turned into a bold and handsome man.
What I've been taking for the whole time is a suppressant to my power and male hormone. The power will be revealed if I was too sad or angry, which made the Demon Lord much easier to realize that he has been deceived.
Don't worry. I'll do my best to help you. Well, training and waiting for the right time to destroy him. Thanks to the espionage, the Demon Lord broke the boundary and stormed the temple. He destroyed the Phoenix and captured Eagle Aiden.
A prophecy? That's lame. You shut up. I'll take you to your sister. Well, I heard she's a good-looking girl. Very suitable for the available Demon Queen position.
Whatever you do to me, never hurt my sister.
You? I'm not interested in men.
Despite not much contract or affection, Peacock and Eagle were still sisters, and Arya was heartbroken and about to save Aiden. Lila wanted to protect her master, so she tricked Peacock into sleep. And she pretended to be Peacock, looking for Demon Lord. Few people have met through Arya before. Moreover,
Lila also has a very beautiful appearance, so Demon Lord has no doubt.
It's much more beautiful than the rumor. Beautiful, so beautiful. Show me your enchanting dance, quick!
However, this is not the real peacock. She can't pretend the original dance.
Wrong! You're an imposter! Soldiers, get her!
Despite the perfect martial arts, Lila was subdued by the brutal power of the demon soldiers.
Let her go!
Due to the fact that too much poison were added into her body since she was a kid. Anesthetic couldn't beat Peacock Arya. After Lila left for a while, Arya quickly regained consciousness.
At least the imposter? Alright, as long as you change positions with her. Follow me back to the demon world to be my queen!
No, Princess! You can't do that!
Huh?
Quiet, Lila. There's no place for you to speak. Fine, but before that, let me dedicate to my peacock dance. Don't you still want to see that?
Quick, you're such my future queen. You really know what I want.
The music sounded, and Demon Lord gradually immersed in the dance of Peacock. At that moment, Lila seized the opportunity, rushing to seize the life of the old devil who was passionately enjoying the beauty. Not so fast. How could a treacherous demon lord be brought down so easily? With just one waving of his hand, the demon lord flew Lila far away. Watching the beloved got hurt, Arya couldn't control her emotions anymore. Her eyes turned red. Her body emitted a reddish glow. When the lights disappeared, Arya appeared to be a more majestic man.
You... No way! Peacock is a man! How long you filthy gods have been lying to me! How dare you!
No more words. The fateful rivals plunged into struggle, which was about to destroy the whole thing. Demon Lord was gradually weakened, and one more hit was taken over by Peacock. What remains of a noble man holding supreme power is now but a cloud of black smoke that quickly vanishes to the unknown. Arya rushed to help Lila, the girl who had been with him in his darkest days. Arya, you did it. No, I should call you Aiden?
Quiet. Don't overdo it.
I seem tired already. Eagle escaped. He wanted to give up the throne that belonged to her brother.
Aiden? Nobody's better than you in this position.
Yeah, I am gonna be fine when it's under my true self. This day is finally come. Having no greedy for pride or fame, Peacock and Lila returned to the deep forest, living their peaceful, happy lives as before. Want to go home for dinner sometime?
Of course. We are family. Escape my dark magic after all. Surrender!
No!
Who's the one who just saved the princess? And what's the story then? Let's find out. In that magical kingdom, there were two close friends named Agatha and Sophie. Unlike Agatha's shy, timid look, Sophie was a haughty lady who loved to read fairy tales and dreamed of becoming a rich princess because she thought her appearance and demeanor deserved more in the lavish and splendid places. However, Sophie would be willing to join anyone who dared to speak badly or touch Agatha. who had taken Sophie with her when her family had the hardest time. One day, while waiting for Sophie to borrow books from the library, Agatha still worked and met a young man who was spending his last few coins to buy food for the poor child. Appreciating his heart, Agatha offered him some food, but was stopped by Sophie.
Agatha, we're poor enough. Don't give away our stuff to any strangers like that.
I'm sorry. Then let me give it back.
No, you just take it and go. Agatha! Sophie, it's just 1 or 2 apples that won't make us rich. Besides, I'm sure if we help people, sometimes they'll help us. Aren't all the fairy tales you read like that? All right. Consider it a blessing. Speaking of stories, today I found this fairy tale book of ancient magic. It says that if we go to the wishing tree in this village on the night of the meteor shower, all wishes will be fulfilled, and there will be a 100-year meteor shower this weekend. So let's go there and fulfill our dream of being rich.
Even though Agatha didn't believe in fairy tales because of her best friend, she nodded in agreement. On that night, no matter what they prayed for, such as gold and silver treasures, large houses, etc., it all didn't come true. During the sadness, they suddenly heard an old woman fall nearby, so they rushed to look at the situation. However, Sophie was afraid of her beautiful dress being dirty, so she showed dissatisfaction and only watched them bandage the wound. Appreciating the hearts of the two of them, the old lady gave them the star bracelet of friendship and turned herself into a star fairy. It turned out that it was the wishing fairy who lived in the wishing tree for thousands of years and waited for the destined people to come here to fulfill the wish. Having the chance to return to the rich life of the past, Sophie quickly said her wish.
I've been living a poor life too long. Therefore, I wish to have the status of worthy of my true identity right now.
What's your wish that you look so thoughtful?
I was wondering, how long have you been here and given people wishing?
The star fairy was startled to hear Agatha's question, but she answered honestly.
Maybe. It's been thousands of years since I was given the mission to grant wishes and not to leave the wishing tree half a step away, because I've seen things change. Things grow freely compared to myself a long time ago.
That's so. Actually, I have a close friend, a good job, and I also love to help people. But sometimes I also feel tired and need my own space to relax, freely do what I like. So I wish you would be free to do what you want after all that hard work.
The fairy was amazed by Agatha's wish, but she still smiled and fulfilled the wish. When Agatha awoke, she became a princess who lived in a splendid castle. But Sophie was trapped in a witch's house, with dark aura all around her.
What's going on? Why am I in this weird place?
Don't you wish you had the status you deserve? Therefore, being the bride of the darkest witch is for me the best option for you.
That can't be. If it's my wish, I'd be the lady or the princess and can't be the bride of darkest witch.
Why not? Agatha has a vague appearance, but she has a kind character. But you have a rocky and ambitious character. Very suitable as my wonderful bride. So, if our two powers are united by a kiss of love, you will help me escape this place and conquer the kingdom.
No, I can't be your wife, and there must be some confusion between my position and Agatha's. I have to find Agatha and get this straight.
You can't go to the castle. The soldiers there will surely drive you out, because you have the dark glory of a witch. So be good and stay in the room.
After that, even though Sophie imprisoned in the witch house, she refused to bow down to the enticements that she should give up Prince and Agatha. Sophie even tried to sneak out at late night. However, as the Dark Witch said, when the soldiers saw Sophie radiate a dark aura, they definitely did not let her in. At this moment, Agatha was also lounging in the palace because she did not know why she was here and became a princess. Suddenly, she heard Sophie's voice, so she was glad to run out and accidentally stumbled. Fortunately, Prince Tedros just returned from the neighboring country to hold her in front of the astonishment of Agatha and Sophie.
The prince? Was the poor man the other day?
Yes, because the Star Fairy sent me a dream that she was grateful for your kindness and made you a princess. I returned to the castle as quickly as I could to meet my benefactor and my future wife. Despite hearing the prince's explanation, Sophie did not believe the truth and was about to intervene in the next conversation when she was summoned by the Dark Witch.
Let me go! Why did you arrest me? I tried to get out of here, tried to meet Agatha and the prince, but...
No matter how hard you try, Tedros' heart belongs to Agatha. And I am the only one who understands your power potential, always taking care of you and taking you away from these people. If you still want to be a princess, then after the two of us combine our magic and rule this kingdom, I will help you live with the throne you want.
Hearing the sweet words from the witch, plus the fire of hatred burning in her mind, Sophie was gradually persuaded and let him absorb the rage and selfishness in her for him. By the time Tedros and Agatha got there, Sophie had agreed to give the witch a kiss and helped him gradually regain his sealed magic. It turned out that because of being worried about Sophie, Agatha begged Tedros to rescue her friend, but when they got here, it was too late. Even if Tedros panicked and attacked the witch, she immediately knocked him down, then fired magic to destroy the entire kingdom. Although Agatha felt very frightened by the scene in front of her, she saw Sophie was gradually being completely controlled, so she tried to risk storming into battle with the Dark Witch.
Sophie is now completely manipulated by me and has become evil. It is not long before you can touch or awaken her mind.
No! What Sophie wanted was to be a good, rich princess who helps people like in fairy tales. Besides, she's not the kind of guy who does everything she can to destroy people to get what she wants. So, even though she's going the wrong way and being manipulated by you, I believe her heart is still on the right track.
Hearing Agatha's words, the witch was angry, intending to silence her forever. Sophie awakened from Agatha's friendship and tried to shield her best friend from magic. Because his magic flick was too strong for the common people, Sophie was slowly dissipating.
No, I can't be still again. Certainly, I will punish you all!
But as he rushed towards Sophie and Agatha, a bright light emanated from their friendship bracelet and struck him. Tedros also took the opportunity to destroy the witch, causing her to be completely dissolved. Fortunately, it couldn't help Sophie to recover from her wounds and recover as she had originally done.
I'm sorry, Agatha. I thought you loved me and wanted to rule the kingdom with me, but it was all a lie. What he really wants is just to destroy everyone, so I can't let him hurt you. But thanks to you, I understand that the real princess doesn't have to be a splendid appearance, but they need pure heart, willing to ignore mistakes and help everyone. I am willing to sacrifice myself to make up for the mistakes I made to you and to everyone else. Besides, I've just seen a stronger Agatha, so I hope you can keep this up without me around. I see. I'm glad to have a friend like you around.
Then Sophie vanished under the stars before Agatha's mourning. Over the years, Agatha always tried to fulfill Sophie's wishes with Tedros, and gradually, the two also began to get to know each other and decided to marry. That day, while everyone was
For a long winter sleep, after hard-working days, the flower fairies finally went back to Flowerland to enjoy their winter holiday.
Finally, we could relax for a while. The more important thing is that we will be able to greet Mr. Santa Claus. Come on, that day is a long way off. Just relax first.
No, I'm afraid that if we don't prepare it carefully, Mr. Santa will not be able to find Flowerland. Let her do it. Nobody can prevent her now.
Annually, Santa Claus would bring the presents for the flower fairies as thanks
for the things they had done over the year. Because Flowerland is located in an isolated place, which was really difficult to find, so they had to arrange the signal lights as the instruction for Santa Claus to find. As usual, Akina was always the one who took the responsibility of arranging the signal lights. Finally, the day that Santa Claus visited Flowerland was about to come, and everything was ready. Everyone was really eager to await for the next day. Except for a house in a corner of Flowerland. It was still quiet. However, in the next morning, no one knew why everything became so chaotic.
For sure, she's the one who did it!
Huh?
Thinking so, Akina immediately went to find that fairy to talk about it.
What's that? Venus, why did you ruin all the efforts of everyone? I don't know what you want. Quit you act! You're the one who sabotaged the signal lights to make Santa Claus not be able to find Flowerland. Do you have any evidence to prove that I'm the one who did it? Because you're the only one who hates Christmas here!
Akina, we shouldn't suspect others when we didn't have a clear evidences. Now together we should prepare everything again to timely welcome Santa Claus this evening, and we'll make it clear later.
Huh? I will definitely find the evidences to make you apologize for this.
Then that night, when everyone was trying to prepare the things, Akina secretly snuck into Venus's house.
A person who hates Christmas that much? It's weird when she has those things. Ah! Indeed, she's the one who ruined everything. What are you doing in my house? Do you want to refuse anymore? You not only ruined everything, but also stole those Christmas stuffs. I don't steal anything. So how to explain for those stuffs? I'll tell the chief of the fairies, then see how will you be able to refuse it. No!
When flying near the landing track of Santa Claus, Venus supposedly caught Akina, making both of them lose balance, then fell down. The stuff also came off to the middle of the track. At that very moment, the sleigh was about to land. Tripping on that stuff made the sleigh lose its track and get an accident.
Oh no, Mr. Santa! Akina! Venus! What are you doing? Chief, I found out the evidence to prove that Venus was the one who ruined everything! Didn't I say that we should make it clear later? You all just look at what you did! If Mr. Santa won't be able to hand the gifts, it means both of you ruined Christmas! I'm sorry, Chief. I'm sorry, Santa. So, now what do we have to do?
It's okay. It's not too late now. If you all can help me fix the sleigh and collect the presents, I can still make it.
Huh? Huh? Ah!
Shortly after, everything was finally ready for Santa Claus to set out. However, his injury was really serious.
It's not okay. The injury is more serious than I expected. I'm afraid that I won't be able to get through the chimney.
Akina, Venus, you should follow to help Mr. Santa. But If you can help Mr. Santa complete the work, I won't give you any punishment for the things happened today. Yes, Chief?
Then, the two fairies followed Santa Claus to hand the presents for the humans.
I should have had a peaceful winter holiday. Who is to blame? If you didn't sabotage, the thing would never happen like that.
Come on, girls! It's time to do our work!
While Santa is reading the list of the children who would be able to receive the presents, the two fairies had the mission to send those presents to the house by its chimney. At first, this work was so hard that made it really difficult for them to do it. However, after a few times, they could combine well with each other. After the last kid could receive the present, the sun was also shining. Venus suddenly realized that there were still two presents in the bag.
Oh no, there are still two presents left. We didn't make it.
No, they are the presents for the two of you.
I also have a present.
Of course, I have been bringing you a present every year.
But for years, I haven't received any present. So I thought that you forgot me.
It's really weird.
So that's why you hated Christmas. And all those dusted Christmas stuffs really belong to you? I'm really sorry for suspecting you. I'm also sorry for breaking all of your signal lights because I was so jealous with you who could receive the present. But I hadn't had that things, so I didn't want Mr. Santa to come here. All right, everything is over. The important thing now is that you could receive your present. Quickly open to see what it is. Wow, it's the cake that I always wanted to try at one time in my life. It is made by the most talented goblin chefs of Santa Claus.
My chefs also used a special formula, making the wrapping paper edible.
Really? Wonderful! It's exactly the flavor I could feel in my dreams. Stop! You said that you had eaten it in your dreams? Yes, every Christmas, I have been dreaming of tasting this delicious flavor. Could it be?
Akina took out the wrapping paper that she had collected in Venus's room to compare. Indeed, the two kinds of wrapping paper were the same.
Venus, I understood why you hadn't been able to receive the present. Because you ate it while you were sleeping.
Ho, ho, ho.
So I thought it's because I was not as beautiful as other flowers. So I hadn't been able to receive the present.
I even see your appearance really special. Don't be too timid.
Yes, I get it. Thank you so much, Mr. Santa.
Then, that year, everyone had a joyful and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
WOA Fairy Tales. William and Princess Vivian took place on a beautiful spring weather day. The ladies and gentlemen all gathered in the sacred ark.
William and Vivian, will you be together for the rest of your lives?
I protest!
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Don't be afraid. I protested because I wanted to say one more congratulations to that bride, who was an old best friend anyway.
Princess, this...
My dear friend, hope you too will be happy. Just one day. Oh, I hear the screams and scoldings of the princess, who has the most terrible appearance as well as attitude in the history of the miraculous kingdom. So what? These words I've learned by my heart. The fiancé married my best friend? Well, I thought there was nothing more embarrassing than that. Until I met him, the cavalier Duncan, who was rewarded by the king for his great feat. Along with the gold, silver, and treasures, he got the glory of his life. And yet, he dares to deny me in front of all the guests? Again, I heard the mocking noise of me, the one who is abandoned. They think it's natural to be denied for being an ugly person. What have I done wrong? I don't want myself to be so ugly. Beyond the confines of endurance and the rumors that witches are evil and treacherous, I still come looking for her. Oh, the mighty witch, grant me the ability to make any man in the world be enchanted and miserable for me. Spell love? Exciting! It's not impossible, it's just limited magic. It can't affect true love, princess. I don't need true love anymore. Hold on, you don't need it. He'll show up sooner or later. When you meet him, you have to make him agree to marry you for 14 days. Otherwise... I know. What is the catch? I don't need gold or treasures. If you can't complete the mission, you will turn into a beast forever, guarding my bell towers, so... This game is too risky. I understand. But when I remembered the ironic laughter I've had, I gave up. Besides, if he was my faithful lover, 14 days would be enough for me to make him be mine. As soon as I left the witch's tower, the effect of spell love was very versatile. All the men I met, they were quickly sucked away. At first I enjoyed it very much. Too bad, after just a few days, I'm getting bored with those pesky people. What we really need is not a lot of people who love us with empty spells, but someone who loves us truly. And the day also comes, the day I meet the only one unaffected by spell love. Why you? It's crazy!
Why can't it be me? But how?
If I wasn't afraid to turn into a bell tower beast, I'd be ignoring someone like him, but... Alright, I'm scared. Since then, every day I do everything I can to seduce Duncan. Of course he's avoiding me rather than the comet. It's okay, I'm best at exertion. Cavalier's first day diary. I sent Duncan an invitation to my party. Another denial. For the first time it wasn't scary. Turned out the scary thing is that there come the second time, or even third time. Cavalier's second day diary. This time with more effort, I have to go crazy to find out what his interests are. What a boring man. He just practices with his sword all day. So I sacrificed my slumber. Woke up early with Duncan in training. It wasn't as easy as I thought, even though couldn't even lift the sword. The next day I didn't get any better. I even fell off my feet. Duncan had to take me home. Sweet, to thank that romantic moment, I had the maids panic because I myself joined the kitchen and made Duncan's favorite dish. What a good daughter. I almost gave my father a new kitchen. But the result wasn't really bad.
No, not so bad.
I realized that at the beginning, I was only do everything perfunctorily. Gradually, I seemed to be really interested in pursuing Duncan. It's weird when I follow the plan. I really put my mind into it, even it's not a task to me. In the end, I was the one who has a crush on him. In the end of the 14th day, I bet my last chance to once again ask Duncan to my party. Don't say anything. Just decide to come or not. That day, if you don't show up, I'll announce my engagement to someone else at the party. If you come, I will throw away all my pride to confess it to you. Why always men go first? This time, I'll take the initiative. I just want you come. God, you didn't even give me that chance. I was waiting and waiting at the party. Like forever. When the guests started to leave and the clock chimed at midnight, I gradually turned into a beast with my heart broken. Witnessing this scene, people were scared, chased away, even used torches, arms to attack me. No, please! I will not hurt anyone, please! When I was panicked and ran to the witch's bell tower, I saw Duncan. He was late. There were traces of fighting on his body. I wanted to ask him what happened. Why did he treat me like that? However, it was too late. Duncan persisted in pursuing me, but I resisted seeing him.
Jean, it's me. Please open the door.
No, go away! I've become an ugly beast, much uglier than I was before. I can't see anyone in this world anymore, especially you. Did you always accuse me of not being pretty?
I never hate you because you weren't beautiful. Jean, I have my own misery.
Dragon, do not harm the other!
That girl suffered a big burn on her face because of saving me. So I vowed my whole life to make up for her. But after that day, I couldn't find any clues about her. Then, I also had to hurry to train and conquer. Until now, I had a chance to return to the capital. I rejected you by reason of my responsibility to the benefactor, not because you are not beautiful. That day, I hastily denied you in front of many people, and I really regretted it. Then, I was quite surprised when you tried to approach me instead of being hostile. First, your deed annoyed me. I didn't know when everything from you that really touched me, the rejection in my hand gradually dissipated.
But you still did choose not to show up on time?
Before I went to the party, the witch had sent me a letter. I wrote that if I went to the forest, she would tell me who saved me. I have fallen in love with you, so I can't spend my life making up for my benefactor anymore. However, I will still use another way to repay the old favor. When I arrived, there was only the devil crow, the witch's pet. It held back, made me late, broke my promise to you.
A loud noise sounded. Duncan broke the door and walked in. Go away! I'm gonna hurt you! I'm almost completely turned into a beast!
Jean, don't be afraid. I'm here. I will never leave.
At that moment, the witch suddenly appeared. Hello, Duncan, my old friend, who bathed through the blood of my fiery dragon, made me using a whole bag of trick to destroy you without using magic. Through the magic mirror, I knew you two were destined. How wonderful that God supported me and made stupid princess bring herself here so I could come up with something like this. Now let's see what your little girlfriend can do! At that moment, I seemed to lose my mind. My head hurt. It hurt very much. In my mind were all the words that forced me to attack Duncan. Otherwise, I'd go crazy with pain. I could still see myself rushing toward him. Just couldn't help it. He was a cavalier, so he was easy to fight back. But no, Duncan was definitely just avoiding me and not trying to hurt me. I clearly saw the arm was raising, just wanting to lower it to take the life of someone we love.
Jean, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you sooner. I love you.
Ah! The emotion made my bestiality lessen. Taking the opportunity, Duncan snapped the knife in my hand and charged towards the witch. By the time the pain was completely gone, I woke up and Duncan was already with me. Duncan, are you alright? Witch, where's the witch?
It's alright. I destroyed her.
Ow, my face! Don't look!
Jean, you must have heard a lot, right? I love you no matter what you become. Whatever you look like.
To prove his words, he gently placed a warm kiss on top of my ugly wound. Duncan recounted that the burn formed by the magical fire was now completely gone just after a flash. When I told him where the burn came from, and both strung up everything, it turned out that the girl Duncan's been looking for was me.
Cool, huh? Best of both worlds. I can give grace and be with the person I love the most.
Yeah, it seemed like I finally got to go to my own wedding. I'm so happy.
When it rains, that's when the rainbowed fairies appear. They are ready to help those in need to overcome negative issues in life. They always inspire, motivate people towards their goals, and strive harder. Every time they complete a mission, the rainbow fairies will have enough energy to create beautiful rainbows. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow their story. People believe that a rainbow symbolizes hope, success, and luck in the future. So, the job of rainbow fairies is extremely important. The most important fairies are Blossom, Bubble, and Buttercup.
Power Girls team, assemble!
The girl is Blossom, the leader of the team.
It keeps raining like this, it's so boring.
And here is Buttercup. She's tough and the strongest fighter on the team.
Hey guys, wait for me!
Finally, there's Bubble. Bubble is just Bubble. Compared to her talented friends, she feels somewhat insecure, clumsy, and a bit of a scatterbrain. So, she's considered the youngest. She often feels like she's not as good as her friends, and she constantly tries to improve herself. What she fears the most is criticism from others, whether it's feeling unworthy or thinking that Buttercup and Blossom would be better off without her. She has put in a lot of effort to establish her position in the group. To avoid being seen as superfluous, however, it's still very difficult.
That poor old lady! You're too sensitive. It's not good for the job.
Things take a turn for the worse at the party celebrating successful rainbow creations. Blossom and Buttercup both had handsome guys inviting them to dance, but Bubble didn't. Bubble withdrew into self-doubt and humiliation. Why doesn't anybody notice her? Why can't she be like them?
Hey, are you okay?
Bubble didn't want any sympathy. And so, Bubble carried the first seed of very negative hatred with her. The more she felt negatively, the deeper she fell. She didn't want to do anything, despite her friends' efforts to comfort her. At the same time, a storm was brewing in the mortal world.
Powerpuff Girls team, you know what to do. Create a powerful rainbow to dispel this storm.
The first task was to help a girl confess her feelings to her crush. The girl felt insecure because she feared her humble background would be unacceptable to the young man.
Encourage her, Blossom. I'll handle those thunder fairies. You're beautiful in your own way. Believe in yourself.
There's nothing to cry about. Love is all fake anyway.
Hey, Bubble!
They returned to the Rainbow Kingdom, deeply disappointed after their first failure. The storm grew stronger, and they didn't have enough fairy dust to create a rainbow.
It's okay, Bubble. Take a rest. I'll talk to you later. But seriously, I'm really disappointed in you. I'm just good at messing up the team.
When she calmed down, Bubble went to apologize to her friends. But what she saw broke her heart even more.
Bubble has become too negative. She doesn't deserve to stay in the Powerpuff Girls team. Let me join you.
Did they really want to replace her? With a heavy heart, Bubble wandered through the forest.
Oh, is this the realm of the Thunder Fairies?
Thunder Fairies are the biggest enemies of the Rainbow Fairies. They seek negative emotions to create destructive thunderstorms. Bubble had been bullied by them many times. Calm down, little girl. There must be a reason to bring you here. I can see strong negative energy in you. The Thunder Fairies made Bubble recall old memories. How she had to try to keep up with Blossom and Buttercup. Now, they were making her face her biggest fear. The feeling of being abandoned.
If they don't need me, then I don't need them!
Bubble decided to join the Thunder Fairies. But Bubble didn't know that her friends were searching for her everywhere. With no time to wait, they temporarily accepted another fairy into the team to replace Bubble. Blossom and Buttercup struggled without Bubble. Despite her clumsiness, Bubble was the one who brought laughter to everyone. It seemed no one could replace her. After a long time, they finally gathered enough energy to create a bright rainbow. But their efforts were quickly disrupted.
What rainbow? It's so irritating.
Bubble, what happened to you? Stop talking! From now on, I have a new family! We'll defeat all of you Rainbow Fairies!
Thunder Fairies began to play wicked tricks. Even Blossom and Buttercup were powerless against their destruction.
Without rainbows, there's no hope and no optimism. Everyone will live in negativity. What are you waiting for, Bubble? Destroy the ones who made you suffer.
Why would you want to replace me? I tried so hard! You're insane. We never intended that.
Bubble's hesitation infuriated the Thunder Fairy leader. To confirm the truth, he extracted the memories of her two friends. But the memories weren't what she expected.
Maybe we should give Bubble more time to rest. Or should we find someone new temporarily?
Looking at the friendship bracelet between them, Blossom felt overwhelming emotions.
Without Bubble, there's no Powerpuff Girls. What she needs is understanding. I won't give up.
Each of them has different personalities and uniqueness. Bubble shouldn't try to change or chase after anyone just to fit in. Realizing the genuine feelings of her friends, Bubble broke free from the darkness.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Don't think you can escape me!
No, Bubble! Don't go, Blossom! Don't leave me!
The suffering had given Bubble additional strength. She was determined to defeat him.
Yeah!
At this moment, she realized she needed to do what she was best at. That was purifying all negativity. If she could do it with humans, why not with these Thunder Fairies?
Come on, Buttercup! Let's fight together!
They drained the negative energy from the Thunder Fairies and transformed it into fairy dust. All the negativity was completely eradicated, driven away from this place. In an instant, the Rainbow Land regained its beautiful colors as it once had. Bubble and Buttercup flew everywhere, spreading fairy dust and creating a dazzling rainbow. The people once again immersed themselves in hope and happiness.
I love you, Blossom!
When you have enough love, trust and hope, real magic happens.
Hey, what you crying for?
Blossom had been granted the rejuvenating power of the rainbow, thanks to the true friendship among the Rainbow Fairies. Bubble realized that true friends would always accept her, flaws and all, and would understand her. She didn't need to change or try to chase after anyone. True friends will always be there for you, no matter what. This is a timid girl who was suddenly transformed into 3 majestic gods who ruled over Mount Olympus. the beautiful goddess Aphrodite, the wise goddess of war Athena, and the bountiful goddess Persephone. Who was this fortunate lady?
Nadia, come in.
That's right, her name was Nadia, the daughter of Zeus and a mortal woman. Nadia's mother passed away from a serious illness, and her dying wish was for her daughter to go to Olympus and reunite with her father.
Nadia, you can do it!
In the land of noble gods, a mere mortal girl was not warmly welcomed. Among her talented and beautiful sisters, she felt like an invisible presence at her own welcoming feast.
Oh, adorable, Nadia. I heard you inherited the power of lightning. Let's see what you've got. I can't.
She possessed a portion of her father's power, but she had never wielded it before. Everyone knew that Hera's purpose was just to embarrass her.
Give it a try.
Under the pressure of everyone, Nadia reluctantly tried to summon her lightning power. The demigod girl couldn't control the power, and chaos ensued at the feast. It wasn't until Zeus intervened that the destructive power was halted.
That's enough. Quickly, bring the mirror illusion here.
Nadia didn't know that her humiliation was just beginning. As per Olympus's tradition, each princess had to step into the mirror illusion and find her own crown. The other princesses were already making progress on their quests.
Oh my, just give up. A demigod like her can't achieve anything.
The taunts from her older sister successfully infuriated Nadia.
Enough! Go back to where you came from. You're just a waste of time.
Embarrassed and angered by the situation, Nadia couldn't hold back her frustration.
I don't think I'm incapable. You and you! Yes, all of you! You were born into privilege without effort! What did you say?
Silence! Do you really think that way, Nadia? Very well. I will make a pact with you.
According to the pact, Nadia would have 4 chances to complete the challenges. Additionally, she would be allowed to transform into her 3 sisters: the goddess of love, Aphrodite, the goddess of war, Athena, and the goddess of harvest, Persephone. If she couldn't complete the tasks after all 3 transformations, Nadia would have to face the challenges without the protection of any god.
And what are the conditions?
Besides your strength, you must also bear the weaknesses of your sisters. More importantly, if you fail to save yourself, you will vanish forever in the illusion.
Nadia, it's not necessary.
Nadia felt a moment of touch, realizing that Persephone was perhaps the only one concerned about her.
I agree.
For her first transformation, Nadia decided to become the goddess of love, Aphrodite. From the moment she assumed the role, Nadia enjoyed the charm of being a beautiful and alluring goddess. She met Leo, a kind forest deity, who was instantly captivated by her. They went on sweet dates, and for the first time, Nadia boldly used her powers, creating a dazzling rain of light that left Leo in awe. Listening to Nadia's story, the kind forest deity immediately offered to help. Look, Nadia! It's the chest you've been looking for!
Ooh!
With his help, Nadia found her crown crest, but she didn't expect...
Ha ha ha! I've been waiting for this day, you foolish girl. It turned out that Leo was a deceitful monster who coveted the power of the crown but couldn't open the chest himself. Taking advantage of Aphrodite's innocent love, he deceived Nadia. Thus, Nadia failed her first transformation.
Ha ha ha! Look at her! Oh, the naive little girl. I won't give up!
For her second transformation, Nadia became the goddess of wisdom and war, Athena.
Please, goddess, save this weak soul!
Nadia immediately recognized the deceitful monster. She turned the tables on him, making Leo help her find the crown. With her extraordinary combat skills and Athena's strategic mind, the demigod defeated Leo. However, the merciless goddess of war inadvertently caused the deaths of many night butterflies, the forest souls. The enraged souls rose and formed a powerful wave, attacking Nadia. In a desperate move, she used her lightning power to create a shield and bring it out. Within the shield, she deftly crafted a second protective barrier. But even with the combined power of her shield and lightning, it was not enough. Nadia continued to fail in her second transformation. Now, she only had one option left, to become Persephone, the perpetually sorrowful goddess of harvest. In return, she would have a powerful and loving husband, Hades, the king of the underworld. Under Hades' influence, Nadia didn't need to exert any effort to find the crown chest.
So I passed the challenge just like that? Was it that easy? My daughter. Are you my daughter?
It turned out that the nearby cave used to be the home of a group of refugees who had lost their harvest season. An earthquake had tragically separated the mother and her child. She longed to see her daughter again, whether she was alive or not.
I am not your daughter.
Moved by the old woman's plight, Nadia felt compelled to do something. She thought about her journey, the power inherited from her father that had created the sparkling rain, destroyed great rocks, and so on. That power would surely help her save herself. Nadia decided to awaken her lightning power. But inside, there were only unfamiliar souls. The earthquake had taken the mother's life, and her daughter was forever lost. Famine and poverty had brought suffering to so many people. As a goddess of harvest, once abducted by Hades from her mother, Nadia couldn't hold back her pain and sorrow. She gave up the power of the crown to save the lands in distress.
So it's over.
Nadia was now left with one final choice, to be herself, a demigod with no divine protection. With her past experiences in mind, she didn't fall for Leo's tricks. As Leo saw his plan backfiring, his true face was revealed. Nadia fought back with her lightning power. Yet, victory seemed out of reach. You gods have only so much power, right? Oh no, you demigods!
Taste the revenge of the demigod!
Nadia managed to escape the clutches of the demon Leo, but was soon exhausted and lost her way.
Hey girl, you're looking for the box containing the crown, right? We can help you. Just help us defeat Leo.
But it was difficult for me to escape from him.
Then forget it.
Finally, Nadia agreed to cooperate with the Fireflies. With the Fireflies' guidance, Nadia was led to a high mountain where her crown was placed. However, Leo had followed the light and arrived ahead of her. Come here, don't be afraid.
Help me open this chest. Just open it. Then you can transform into any of your sisters, and I can help you with that.
Really?
In the pitch dark night, Nadia, in a trance, followed Leo's instructions. At this critical moment, Nadia suddenly remembered her poor mother, who raised her with great effort. She also thought of her newly met sisters. Aphrodite, alluring but easily deceived. Athena, powerful but lacking empathy. Persephone, always melancholic due to her wicked husband. Even as gods, they had weaknesses. If she belittled herself, she couldn't expect recognition from others. Nadia refused to be defeated in such a manner.
Don't you dare take my crown!
She was determined to keep her promise to the Fireflies. No!
No!
The atmosphere at Mount Olympus grew tense.
Nonsense!
Zeus's unintentional display of power caused the sound from the feast to enter the illusion.
Haha, I expected it to live longer. So weak.
You're weak, not me! Nadia, I won't give up!
As she saw the swarm of night butterfly chasing Firefly's light, she came up with a plan. Nadia closed her eyes, recalling her journey. The strength of her father passed down to her, which allowed her to create sparkling rain and form a shield of lightning, even destroying giant boulders. That power, combined with her unwavering determination, caused her to emit a radiant glow in the dark. The gods believed that she couldn't return.
Nadia! Nadia!
Surrounded by a glowing dome, Nadia had successfully attracted the swarm of night butterfly, who saved her life. Nadia returned safely and finally gained the recognition of the gods and her family. With extraordinary perseverance and courage, she became the 4th princess of Mount Olympus.
Let me know in the comments which transformation you like the most!
Once upon a time, in the early days, there appeared planets of sweetness in the galaxy. The planet Ice Cream was covered in a pure, cool, and refreshing white color. Houses and trees were formed from gigantic ice cream cones. Every princess of the Ice Cream planet had the magical power to shoot ice, freezing everything around. Among them, Beva had superior powers. She could create thick layers of ice, ward off the heat of the sun, and protect the planet. Next to the planet Ice Cream stood the planet Candy. The planet Candy dazzled people with its vibrant and colorful candies. A gentle river of chocolate flowed around everything. And the houses and landscapes were made of various sweet treats. As you passed through, you could hear the joyful sound of popping candies. Shadi, the leader of the planet, had the ability to transform everything into delightful sweet treats. The neighbor of the candy planet was the planet Cake. The planet Cake exuded a simple and pure beauty, where the houses were made of cookies, biscuits, and sponge cakes. The air carried a sweet aroma of freshly baked cakes, and in the distance you could hear the delightful sound of cake bells. Princess Yana possessed the magic to seal everything within an invisible thread. Lastly, there was the planet Pudding, radiating smoothness and gentleness. From the sky to the ground, everything was soft and tender. Ari, the Pudding Princess, had the ability to soften even the hardest things, making them tender and delicate. However, these planets did not get along well with each other, which made it easier for evil forces to invade. The planet Candy was the first target of the ant tribe, who had poisonous legs that caused damage to all the sweets. Princess Shardy tried to use her powers to protect the planet, but failed to defeat them. Shardy decided to seek help from the other planets, but received cold rejections. Upon returning to her planet and seeing the devastation, Shardy burst into tears.
It's all because of me. I'm utterly useless for not being able to protect my own planet.
Princess, don't blame yourself. We'll always be by your side.
In the past, my older sister Carrie was the most powerful. But since she became the queen, she only sent letters saying she wouldn't fulfill her mission in another land. I've tried every means to contact her, but I couldn't find her.
Just then, the news of the intergalactic beauty pageant spread.
Another beauty pageant? Isn't my sister the reigning queen? That's strange. I must participate to meet the queen and find answers about my sister.
The day of the beauty pageant arrived, and all the princesses gathered in the hall of the Galaxy Kingdom. Everyone was dressed splendidly, while Shardy wore an old dress. People mocked and jeered at her. The official competition began, and the host introduced the various rounds. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Galaxy Peace Queen Pageant. The competition consists of 3 rounds: Evening Gown Showcase, Talent Round, and Question and Answer Round. Those who advance to the 3rd round will have a direct audience with the Queen of the Galaxy, Apora.
That's right. I have to meet the queen to inquire about my sister's whereabouts. I must make it to the 3rd round.
Shardy quietly observed while waiting for the contestants to get ready for the 1st round.
How can I win this round? They are all so beautiful. Give up! No matter how hard you try, it's useless.
The host started calling the names of each contestant. The Evening Gown Showcase round is about to begin. The first contestant is from the Ice Cream Planet, Beva. The second contestant is from the Cake Planet. The third contestant is from the Pudding Planet. And Shardy is the final catwalk contestant. Finally, the princess from the Candy Planet has arrived. Shardy!
Her dress is so ugly.
Does she have any other dress?
Hers is older than mine.
At the same time, the other contestants were returning to their positions.
Sorry, I must make it to the next round.
She quietly transformed candies to disrupt the performances of the other contestants without anyone noticing. The princesses sitting on the stage were shocked and cried out in pain. And of course, Shardy received the highest score in the 1st round. The 2nd round is the talent round. Contestants, please prepare your most outstanding performances. First up, let's welcome contestant Beva. Beva stepped forward, but suddenly the lights went out. On the stage, there was only one spotlight shining on Beva, making her stand out. Her feet glided gracefully, as if she were wearing ice skates. Beva could even create ice from her hands.
I'm sorry, Beva.
As Beva approached the wings, unexpectedly, a candy stick pricked her foot. Feeling embarrassed, Beva gave up on her performance. And the next contestant, Yana! Yana began her performance. Strands of pasta gracefully flew through the air from her sleeves and twirled around Yana like a whirlwind.
Jana, forgive me.
Suddenly, a long candy bar flew towards Yana. Yana got confused, and the strands of pasta entangled her like a mummy. Yana decided to give up on her performance.
Next up, contestant Ari!
Ari performed a dance routine on giant puddings. The soft puddings acted as springboards, propelling Ari from one side to the other.
Ari, I have no other choice.
Ari stumbled, and small pudding cubes fell on her head. Ari quickly gave up as well. There's no need to argue. At the end of the round, once again, Shardy secured the highest score.
The winner of the second round is Shardy!
The final round, the question and answer session came, and Shardy was taken to meet Queen Ipora. It was a special room where Shardy couldn't see the Queen's appearance.
Hello, Queen Ipora. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. Run away! It's the Queen's trap!
Startled, Shardy rushed to pull the curtain forcefully.
Sister! Run! She's coming! The Queen has been kidnapping the most beautiful and talented girls to absorb their life force and remain forever young! It's too late now!
Ipora rushed forwards and cast a spell on Shardy, rendering her unable to move, her whole body frozen.
Ah! You monster! You'll never be beautiful by carrying an evil heart! I will defeat you! Ha 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 ha! How will you do that? Like this?
After their failed performances, the princesses began to suspect something was wrong. They secretly followed Shardy to the Queen's room to find the truth. They listened to Shardy's story and Kari's revelation about the evil Queen Ipora.
Shardy, you played dirty because you realized the contest had issues, just like the mysterious disappearance of our sister. We will help you protect Kari and fight against her.
Your imitations! Don't talk too much!
Yana shot out strands of pasta that tightly wrapped around Ipora, immobilizing her. Immediately, Bava quickly shot ice blocks to encase Ipora. Without hesitation, Shardy transformed into a candy rocket and forced herself inside. Finally, Ari turned into a pudding launch pad, ending the battle. Shardy and the princesses brought Kari back to the Candy Planet. Together, they helped Kari regain her original appearance.
Huh?
People from different planets came to celebrate with the Candy Planet. They all joined forces to repair and restore the Sweet Planet after the attack of the Ant Tribe. Thus, the Candy Planet was revived and adorned itself with a sweet and enchanting beauty once again. From then on, the 4 planets, ice cream, candy, cake and pudding, lived peacefully, creating a sparkling and beautiful galaxy. Long, long ago, fire and water were 2 opposing elements, and they could never blend, no matter how hard they tried. On a 1,000 years volcanic mountain that had lived a tribe of lava beings. Each one of them radiated a fiery aura, and their personalities were somewhat fierce and intense. However, among them, Prince Pyro was calm and gentle person. Like any other, the lava tribe's duty was to control the flow of lava beneath the Earth's surface, and even during eruptions, to ensure the peace of all living things. But under the depths of the ocean, the water tribe had a different perspective.
Marina, my child, stay away from the lava tribe. They bring danger and misfortune. The love between the two tribes was particularly forbidden, a legacy passed down through countless generations.
Father, don't worry. I'm not that easy to sway.
Marina, the sole daughter of the Water King, inherited her father's power, making her incredibly formidable. However, the tale had nothing extraordinary to tell until one day, during Pyro's practice atop the fiery Pyro Mountain. A sinister shadow named Draven attacked out of nowhere. Draven aimed to seize both lands of the lava and water tribes, seeking to rule the world. Help! Help me! Due to Pyro's limited strength, he quickly fell into the sea. It was then that Marina saw him and swiftly pulled Pyro to safety. Pyro was gravely injured, and Marina didn't know how to help.
I can't get near him.
Marina kept looking at Pyro that way.
He's quite handsome. Wait, did I just say that?
Finally, Pyro began to regain consciousness. The sight of Marina's beauty left him speechless. They quickly got to know each other, and then bid farewell with lingering fondness.
Marina, how dare you defy my words and interact with the lava tribe? I forbid you from ever rising to the surface.
Meanwhile, Pyro continued to climb the volcanic mountain daily, hoping to catch a glimpse of Marina. Marina sent her longing through written messages, using magic to float them above the water's surface. Pyro was overjoyed to receive Marina's letters, and she arranged to meet him in a forest, far from the ocean and the volcano. The following day, Marina escaped her parents and went to see Pyro on the surface. They walked together, but the ancient stone curse held them back from holding hands or being too close.
What is our relationship? Love or just comradeship? When we can't be near each other.
It's all because of the stone curse between our two tribes. I don't know what to do, but I know how to do this. Look!
Hot! It's hot!
Huh?
What's happening?
Rushed out of the forest to witness the volcano erupting and lava flowing towards the ocean.
Oh no!
Pyro attempted to control the lava's flow with all his might, but he couldn't contain it.
This is your price you pay for courting the Water King's daughter. I'll destroy this ocean.
Creatures under the sea fled in chaos, and even their castle was being destroyed by the lava flow.
Soldiers, follow me to the surface.
The Water King unleashed his fierce power and attacked the Lava King.
Quickly sink this volcano.
The lava citizen panicked as water inundated their realm, spreading fear and chaos.
Take my final strike.
Yeah!
Stop, Father! I'll go with you. I'll never see Pyro again.
The Water King withdrew his forces, and Marina looked back at Pyro one last time before returning with her father. Marina secluded herself in her room every day.
Get away! I won't eat. Without Pyro, life means nothing.
Seeing his daughter's despair, the Water King couldn't bear it. Pyro was similarly devastated, growing more distant and aggressive, focusing solely on mastering his magical abilities. He who was once joyful and lively had become quick-tempered. Pyro quarreled with others and caused injuries. The distance between fathers and children grew. Both kings were determined to thwart their children's love due to the ancient curse. Marina's longing for Pyro left her weak and drained.
Quickly, get the physicians.
However, the physicians were helpless. At that moment, violent waves rocked the ocean's surface.
You again? Draven!
Draven weakened both tribes, making it easier to control them. He captured the kings and imprisoned them in a cage. Upon hearing this news, Marina and Pyro couldn't sit still. They met, both looking disheveled after enduring a long separation. Both decided to rescue their fathers from Draven's clutches. In the realm of shadows, the kings still dare not touch each other, fearing the ancient curse.
This will be your last meal.
By nightfall, both kings were hungry. They realized that the curse didn't seem to affect them.
You foolish kings, you believed in a mere legend.
Long ago, at a feast of the gods, Draven was the only one not invited due to his darkness. The Water Tribe's beings danced alongside the Lava Tribe's beings. Out of jealousy, Draven secretly cast a spell that turned the dancing individuals into stone.
Water and lava are incompatible. These two tribes will never unite. If you persist, this world will be destroyed.
Draven, release my father!
I will defeat those kids, then deal with the two of you.
On the outside, Marina and Pyro were attempting to make their way inside. Marina summoned the power of the ocean and fired a torrent of water at Draven, but it had no effect. Pyro summoned his lava power, but he was swiftly defeated by Draven. Marina, step back! I'll use my last power! Pyro created a massive lava pit that engulfed Draven.
I'll take her with me! Ha ha ha!
Stop! I'm willing to sacrifice myself!
No, I can't! Marina! He embraced Marina and set her down, leaving her with minor burns but not turned to stone. Both realized that the ancient prophecy had no effect. In their joy, Pyro was suddenly struck unconscious by Draven.
Pyro, infuse your strength into me!
Marina knew that taking on Pyro's strength would bring her immense pain, but she became stronger than ever. She swiftly defeated Draven. Marina lifted Pyro and dashed into the castle to rescue their fathers.
We know the truth now! From now on, nothing can keep the two of you apart!
Today's story ends here. Join us for more wonderful and touching tales by subscribing to WOA Fairy Tale.
How was your day, my princess? Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Athena. Have you subscribed to the WOA Fairy Tales channel yet?
What?
Athena was a kind and beautiful student at the Royal School of Magic. But she was extremely insecure. She always thought of herself as weak and incompetent. Athena lived in seclusion, with few friends, poor academic results, and she never dared to step out of her safe zone. Being lonely, she often wandered alone in deserted places. One day, while exploring, Athena discovered 2 deer trapped in the wicked wizard's trap. Her kind heart couldn't ignore the situation.
What? How could it be so easy?
The trapped deer turned out to be a goddess. Athena had unknowingly rescued her and became her loyal servant. To show her gratitude, the goddess decided to give Athena
Alice, my demonic servant's name. But how? So be it. I'm leaving now. Wait a moment!
From that moment, Athena's life changed forever. She didn't want to be in this situation. Who wouldn't be afraid with a mischievous demon following them? Athena was too scared to talk about it or introduce Alice to anyone else. But gradually, Athena realized that the demon wasn't a bad person. Whenever she encountered trouble, Alice always came to her rescue without waiting for orders. The demonic servant tried his best to help Athena improve her magical abilities.
What are you doing?
It was easy to understand that little by little, Athena developed feelings for her servant. But no matter how she expressed her feelings, the detestable servant always rejected her.
Why don't you understand, you fool?
You humans won't live long. Alice had once loved Minerva, a human girl. When Minerva left, he was so heartbroken that he began to resent humans for their weaknesses. Athena couldn't make the demon's heart change. Unless something unexpected happened on that day, Lucifer, the former master of Alice, wanted to destroy Athena so that Alice could return to serving him. Of course, Alice couldn't accept that. He successfully defeated Lucifer, but was severely injured and struggled to recover. Athena's crying deeply moved even the goddess.
There is only one remedy for Alice, but it has been lost for a long time.
To help Alice, the goddess granted Athena the power to travel back in time to find this remedy.
I have changed your appearance. It's forbidden to reveal your identity to avoid disrupting the timeline. Find the temple of Lucifer.
And so, Athena traveled back in time and began her journey to save the one she loved. After many days of searching, Athena finally arrived at the temple the goddess had mentioned. There, she easily found a container that she thought was the remedy. But our heroine was mistaken. It wasn't a medicine inside the container, but... Thank you, young girl. I am Alice, the demonic servant. I'm cursed to serve another forever. Lucifer, the current master, imprisoned me in this jar for refusing to commit evil deeds for him. Lucifer's magic is weakening. You set me free. Now, you're the master. What's your name? Unable to reveal her true identity, Athena blurted out the first name that came to her mind.
Minerva? It's Minerva.
Once again, Athena, under the name of Minerva, became the master of the demon. Due to Alice's weakness, Athena postponed her journey to take care of him. It goes without saying that Athena was extremely happy to be with her beloved. However, she had to maintain a cold demeanor to avoid altering the past. But sometimes, fate cannot be avoided. This man from the past was even more wonderful than the cold-hearted one in the future. Who could resist the handsome demon? Day after day, their love grew deeper, but Athena still kept her true identity hidden.
You're all healed now, and it's time for me to leave to go far away.
But why? Minerva? Why wouldn't you tell me the reason?
I will return to you one day. I promise.
Knowing that she couldn't be stopped, the demon reluctantly let her go. But he was determined to help Athena one last time on their journey to find the cure. Lucifer has many temples. He keeps the remedy you seek here. Be careful. Lucifer may have set traps or monsters inside.
There's the bottle! There's the bottle!
Of course, achieving their goal wouldn't be so easy. Lucifer had stationed a wicked sorceress to guard the temple.
Give it back!
The servant master pair tried to escape, but Alice understood it was impossible. You go ahead. I'll buy you some time.
But...
Go now! The sorceress seemed familiar to Athena, but she didn't pay attention. She had to quickly travel back to the future. However, Athena couldn't bear to leave her loved one behind. Unfortunately, a young girl like Athena was no match for the wicked sorceress, a henchwoman of the demon lord Lucifer. Sadly, our poor girl suffered a fatal blow and couldn't survive. With her last bit of strength, she desperately tried to send the medicine back to the future. Luckily, just before Athena faced danger, Alice woke up and defeated the sorceress. Athena couldn't believe that the sorceress was someone she knew. She was the same goddess from the past, who had her mind manipulated by Lucifer to become his servant.
I'm sorry. It's too late.
No, Minerva, don't leave me.
Minerva? That's it! Goddess, I give you Alice. Please, find Athena. Please, find Athena.
As you might have guessed, Minerva wasn't a stranger.
So I was... gone?
Athena hadn't left. Somehow, she had returned to the present time where Alice hadn't woken up yet. Without thinking, Athena hurriedly gave Alice the medicine that they had obtained after a painstaking effort from hundreds of years ago. The medicine not only healed Lucifer's magic, but also turned Alice into a human. Minerva? Now Athena realized that she was still trapped in Minerva's identity.
I was right.
From the very first time she saw Athena, the goddess knew she was Minerva. She had Alice pretended to be the deer to have an excuse to meet Athena. The goddess deliberately transformed Athena into Minerva.
I also cast a protection spell to send you back here when you were hit by my attack. I have repaid my debt to you. It's time for me to leave. Farewell.
So, Athena, it's you. I've loved you all this time, haven't I?
No, I loved you first.
And finally, Ellis had a happy life with the person he had loved for hundreds of years.
What would it be like if one day you could explore your unique spirit animal's essence?
What? Have I become a crow fairy now?
Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to continue following the story. In a world filled with injustice, the fairy race, known as the fairies, was considered a noble and powerful class. In contrast, ordinary humans were considered the lowest class. Heidi's family was no exception. Her mother was seriously ill due to the oppression of the fairies, and her younger sister was overly playful and spoiled. Heidi had to work hard every day to support her family. Growing up, Heidi had a shy and reserved nature, making it challenging for her to share her emotions. She longed to become a fairy to gain respect and rescue her family from poverty. Recently, rumors had surfaced in the city about a magical stone that could transform humans into fairies.
I must obtain that stone. But the high-ranking fairy named Levi owns it! Are you not afraid?
Heidi disregarded the danger and followed what she knew to the location where the stone was kept.
There it is! Why would someone guard such a valuable item so carelessly?
When Heidi touched the mystical stone, a miraculous event occurred.
Wonderful! I am now a fairy. But why a crow?
Because the crow symbolizes your determination, rebirth, and renewal, as well as your dedication. In truth, the crow is the spirit animal within your soul. My magic will help you reveal that.
So that's it.
Unfortunately, Heidi was caught by the stone's owner.
How dare you trespass on my property? You will have to make amends by becoming my bride.
What? Never!
Levi threatened to harm Heidi's family if she didn't comply. From then on, Heidi was forced to live with Levi in his grand cold castle. She managed to send a crow to deliver news to her family.
This is our betrothal! You are not allowed to remove it!
During the initial period, she despised him. Levi had guards patrolling the estate, making it impossible for Heidi to escape. Heidi tried various ways, but her efforts were in vain. Despite her resistance, Levi always treated her gently, as if she were a true princess, showering her with care. But that didn't mean she was lowering her guard. She loathed these fake fairies more than anyone. Since becoming a crow fairy, Heidi had undergone some unusual changes. Adapting had been difficult. One fine day, Heidi started to see Levi differently.
Oh no! A monster is approaching my old village!
Step back and let me handle it!
Heidi was deeply moved by Levi and shared her family's situation with him.
I've already taken care of your family. As long as you stay with me, there's no need to worry about anything.
Their time together became more peaceful. Heidi began to open her heart and explore the culture and history of the fairy race.
The fairy race believes in valuing individuals, believing in their own worth and unique talents. I think you also need to find your passion and interests.
For the first time, Heidi began to live for herself and do what she loved. Gradually, she developed feelings for him. She realized that he was different from the deceitful fairies outside. He loved all beings, including humans, and always stood up for them. He believed that the fairy race's excessive individualism had led them to mistreat those who were weaker.
I will change that.
But this decision led to Levi having many enemies outside. At a party he organized, disaster struck.
Is this Levi's wife? I heard she used to be a human. How pitiful.
The taunts and gossip made Heidi feel humiliated and hurt. She had to find a way to escape from there.
Stay right there.
Who are you?
I can't allow someone with human blood to enter this place. Get out!
Heidi had never endured such humiliation. She didn't belong in Levi's world. That night, Levi and Heidi had a serious conversation. Levi believed that Heidi was no longer safe here and decided to send her home immediately.
But what about those who are opposing you?
Don't worry about me. Reunite with your family. I hope you will be safe. I love you, Heidi.
The words kept choking inside her mouth. She couldn't respond that love. She didn't have the courage to overcome her shyness and insecurities. Love was something she considered extremely elusive. Someone like Heidi might never have it in her lifetime.
What a beautiful mansion! Levi really kept his promise.
However, despite the wealth, her family wasn't happy.
You're back, sis.
Heidi's younger sister Hallie regretted not helping her earlier and was remorseful for being careless. When she learned that her sister was taken, Hallie tried to find her, but couldn't enter the mansion.
I regret it so much, Heidi. If I could turn back time, I would tell you how much I love you.
This made Heidi realize that when you love someone, you must express it. Heidi decided to return to Levi to confess her feelings. But now, there was no one in his home.
The master has been captured by Cory! He asked me to give you this letter.
Cory and Levi were two fairies leading the Supreme Court. While Levi aimed to change the injustice, Cory wanted to torment or even exterminate humans.
Why do you have to fight for humans when humans can never love you?
To prove his point, Cory had cursed Levi. In 1 month, if Levi cannot make a girl with human blood say, "I love you," to him, he will lose all his power. From the beginning, everything had been part of Levi's plan. From spreading rumors about the magical stone to intentionally not guarding it. Levi transformed Heidi into a crow fairy to ensure her safety and be with her. As the deadline of 1 month approached, he returned Heidi home. He loved her deeply.
I'm sorry. If only I had been more courageous that night.
Heidi unleashed her crow power and rushed to find Levi. But it was too late. The 1 month deadline had passed. Levi was in excruciating pain, feeling his powers draining away.
You monster! Remove the curse on Levi now, or I will report you.
You're such a foolish girl. Watch this.
In the most tense moment, a magical spell appeared. It turned out that before Levi's mother passed away, she had transferred all her magic to this stone and gave it to him as a protective charm.
Heidi, you have proven your love. I can lift the curse on Levi, but you must solve a riddle. I can break, I can be attacked, I can be given, I can be kept, I can be crushed, yet I can be whole at the same time. What am I?
Heidi looked at Levi with affectionate eyes and immediately had her answer.
Love. It's love.
The pure love's light radiated everywhere, and Levi regained his strength. They both defeated Corey and brought justice. In the end, Heidi was finally able to say that she loved him sincerely. They lived happily together and used their powers to help humans. What would happen if one day Barbie was adopted by a vampire family? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow Barbie's story. Barbie is a young orphaned girl who lives in an orphanage. Because of her exceptional beauty, she was adored by everyone. Many people want to adopt her, but Barbie continues to decline their offers. She harbors a longing for the day when her grandmother, Ruth, will have the means to take her away. Every month, she is visited by her grandmother.
Keep our meetings a secret, my dear. When will I see you again, Grandma? Lately I've been feeling so peculiar. I fear I might be losing my mind. Be patient, my dear. You will soon find the answers you seek.
However, Grandma has been absent for quite some time, and instead, Barbie encounters an enigmatic and eerie family. The father is Jordan, the mother is Sandra, and their daughter is Buffy. They openly express their desire to adopt her.
No way! Where is my grandma?
It turns out they are descendants of Grandma Ruth, and also Barbie's true family. What's even more astonishing is that they are all vampires. Sadly, Grandma Ruth passed away due to an attack from a rival vampire clan. They lost a key member and are now facing a great danger. She left a will, bequeathing all her assets to Barbie. From now on, Barbie must be adopted into the family. She is the heir. Barbie went from one surprise to another. However, to protect the legacy her grandmother left behind, Barbie decided to go along with this family.
Is this a vampire castle? It's so terrifying! Quickly, drink this. It will help reveal the true forms of vampires. Fool! Vampires don't cast reflections in mirrors.
Henceforth, Barbie won't be able to gaze upon her own beauty.
Why am I lying in a coffin like this?
It turns out, vampires sleep during the day and are active at night.
All right, I'll just have to endure it, but this room is exceedingly unsightly. Much better!
Although Barbie is the leader, she finds herself isolated within her family.
You're excessively tender-hearted and indecisive. You're hardly fit for a leadership role.
Barbie can even perceive their emotions as colors, thanks to her unique ability. After observing for many days, Barbie realizes that this family consistently radiates somber emotions, as if they must suppress their true selves to appear serious. This sharply contrasts with Barbie's confidence.
There's something on your face. What? My beauty?
She disregards their taunts and continues to express her uniqueness. Dressed stylishly and unconventionally. And live in harmony with her true nature. further intensifying the friction between her and her family. Barbie cannot accept their dark and apathetic way of life. Nor does she wish to engage in hunting and consuming gruesome food like them. Conversely, they are incapable of comprehending Barbie's flamboyant sense of aesthetics. Mr. Jordan and Mrs. Sandra are very strict with their daughter.
Ada, how can we defeat our enemies like this?
Buffy has grown indifferent towards everything. Only Barbie knows the truth. And perhaps Buffy, like Sandra and Jordan, they are also imposing themselves too much into a mold. Each day, Barbie and her family train to combat the attacks of rival vampire clans. However, despite her relentless efforts, Barbie is unable to match their strength. Consequently, Barbie concentrates on her other unique abilities.
Come on, Barbie. If you persist in this manner, Grandma Ruth's legacy will crumble.
Barbie firmly believes that they are making the mistake of imposing themselves without exploring their individual personalities. Living like this brings them no happiness. Barbie is determined to help everyone reconcile and express themselves more freely. She presents Buffy with an instrument, recognizing her passion for music. Barbie's uninhibited expression of herself begins to have a positive influence on Buffy. Barbie aids Sandra in discovering her love for flowers and assists Jordan in pursuing his passion for research and reading without constraint. Gradually, the family becomes more harmonious. Barbie encourages everyone to freely express their unique traits. They develop together. On the night of the village festival, Barbie encourages Buffy to perform for the villagers.
I doubt the villagers will appreciate me.
Sandra was once subjected to mistreatment by the villagers due to her eerie appearance. Sandra does not want Buffy to endure being regarded as an outcast as she once did.
Yet you possess genuine musical talent. Do not allow anything to hinder you.
Consequently, Buffy musters the courage to perform in front of the villagers. And the entire family joyfully dances together. Ruth is no more, and there is no one left to shield you. Surrender all your assets to us.
Everyone, go ahead! I shall obstruct their path! You shall not seize our abode!
We shall employ our full might to combat them!
I do not believe that is a wise course of action. The strength of a vampire is contingent upon their unique abilities.
For instance, Barbie's strength has been unveiled through her commitment to living authentically.
Therefore, let each of you harness your individual passions. There is no need for violence.
They argue amongst themselves as the invaders draw near, threatening to breach the door.
Cease your quarreling at once.
Ruth's apparition recounts tales of the past. Her daughter, Barbie's mother, was much like her.
Why do you persist in eccentric attire? Can you not behave in a more conventional manner? I no longer wish to lead such a life, Mother. I aspire to explore the world and spread positivity to all. Discontinue the use of that emotion-reading ability. It's futile.
This marked the final meeting between Ruth and her daughter. Ruth had secretly searched for her for a long time. However, in the end, she discovered that Barbie's mother had passed away, leaving only her granddaughter behind. Ruth was profoundly saddened and remorseful. The generations of imposition and repression had caused her descendants to suffer. Ruth had protected Barbie and included her in the will, believing that with her benevolence and freedom to express her true self, Barbie could bring about change within the family.
It was also my plan to introduce Barbie to the new family and continue developing the legacy I left behind. I understand now. Thank you, Mother, and thank you, Barbie.
They all proceed to follow Barbie's advice. Sandra uses carnivorous plants to deter the invading forces. Buffy plays her instrument, causing them to dance uncontrollably. Just then, Jordan cleverly leads them into the traps he has set. Barbie, with her extraordinary ability, manipulates their thoughts and compels them to depart. From that point forward, Barbie lives happily with her new family. They respect each other's preferences. Petite cakes are not useless, and those who appear peculiar and unique are not to be feared. Once upon a time, there was a legendary friendship between humans and unicorns. It was a friendship between Queen Nebula and the unicorn maiden Emma. The two of them played and confided in each other like kindred spirits. Nebula shared with Emma about the splendid life in the castle, while Emma shared with the Queen about her mysterious planet, Starlight. One day, the connection between them vanished. Since then, no one ever mentioned this friendship again. It's said that Emma lives on a distant planet in a galaxy called Starlight. There is only one season throughout the year, and that is spring. The grass, trees, flowers, and leaves are always fresh, covering everything in a pleasant green. It is also the home of the unicorn tribe. They adorn themselves with smooth fur and sharp, colourful horns. Emma has a daughter named Aurora, who is even more extraordinary. Aurora has a 7-coloured horn and a beautiful coat. She has the skill of riding the wind on clouds with utmost proficiency. This is what worries Emma deeply.
Aurora, on the night of the fullest moon, you must leave here.
Why is that, Mother?
Emma could only embrace Aurora and cry. The fateful day finally arrived. As Emma led Aurora out of the house, a group of unfamiliar unicorns attacked.
Run quickly!
Emma and Aurora ran to the edge of the abyss, the boundary between Starlight and Earth. They looked at each other and made a determined leap into the chasm. As Emma prepared to jump, she was suddenly struck by the unicorn's enchantment. With no other choice, Aurora's mother fought with all her might to protect her.
Mother!
Before taking her final breath, Emma used all her strength to push Aurora away from the planet Starlight and transformed her into a human form to escape the pursuit of the wicked. Falling to Earth, Aurora woke up to find herself lying in the middle of a forest, her memories lost.
Where is this?
Aurora suddenly heard a sound, and it turned out to be a young man who was hunting. The soldiers were wary of Aurora's strange appearance, but this young man was not. I am Liam, the prince of this kingdom. What is your name?
Where are you from? I will take you back.
I don't know.
Then come back to my castle for treatment of your injuries. Afterwards, I will find a way to take you back. Upon arriving at the castle, Liam took care of Aurora attentively. From now on, I shall call you Aurora for easier address. It was a remarkable coincidence that it matched her name from the planet Starlight, although she had no knowledge of it.
I like this name!
Every day, Liam brought the most nourishing food for Aurora. Just be yourself. However, due to the instinct of the unicorn species, Aurora still inhabited some peculiar actions that frightened many. Liam patiently instructed Aurora on how to hold the knife and fork correctly. Fortunately, Aurora quickly grasped everything, astonishing everyone. On another occasion, Prince Liam organized a horse racing competition, and Aurora was extremely fascinated. 3, 2, 1, start! Aurora, let me teach you how to ride a horse. Hold on to this rein. Let's go! The two ventured into the forest, enjoying the scenery and engaging in cheerful conversation. Aurora realized that her heart raced with excitement when she was by Liam's side, and Liam felt the same. Aurora, let me stay by your side and take care of you. Aurora was surprised by the sudden proposal from Prince Liam, but deep in her heart, she silently accepted that love. However, something urged Aurora in her mind that she could not belong to this earth. Every night when Aurora fell into a deep sleep, she often had nightmares. Aurora woke up abruptly, tears streaming from her eyes.
Why am I crying? What does that planet have to do with me? Who is that suffering woman?
Aurora thought for a moment and decided to find the answers. She recorded all the information and images she saw in her dreams. Every day, she would take them out and read in hopes of recalling something. On a beautiful day, Aurora took a walk in the forest and came across an old horse being surrounded by a group of hunters. Without hesitation, Aurora quickly rushed to protect the horse. Involuntarily, Aurora's lost memories appeared before her, through the invisible threads connecting all species. Those memories were awakened. Everything was vivid and pure. Aurora remembered everything, her roots and origins.
I must return to the planet Starlight once more to find the one who harmed my mother.
Immediately, Aurora revealed everything to Prince Liam, how she had regained all her memories. Liam's face changed suddenly, and he appeared worried. Do not worry, I will find every way to help you return. That night, while Aurora was tossing and turning, she saw Prince Liam entering the room.
What is the prince planning to do? What are you doing? Are you planning to take my horn so I can never return to my planet? I will never forgive you!
Aurora didn't allow Liam to explain. She wiped away her tears and ran straight out of the castle, heading towards the forest. Above the full moon shone its light directly onto Aurora. She ran and stretched her neck, suddenly transforming into her unicorn form. Aurora approached a mountain peak, leaped up onto a cloud, and flew straight back to the planet Starlight. As soon as Aurora set foot on her beloved planet, she was attacked by a group of unicorns.
Finally, you have returned! Ha 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 ha! Capture her for me!
In a dark room, Aurora sat and wept uncontrollably. Suddenly, Liam's voice spoke up.
Aurora!
and clung onto the cloud to accompany her back here. The Unicorn Lord wants to capture you as a sacrifice to the divine spirits.
A sacrifice to the divine spirits?
In the past, your mother and mine were close friends. They met regularly. When your mother became pregnant, she came to my mother for help.
The child I'm carrying would bring misfortune to the planet. On the night of the fullest moon, the child had to become a sacrifice to dispel the ill fate. Nebula, please help me protect this child. Never let it return to that dangerous place.
After that, my mother was secretly discovered by the Unicorn Lord and forbidden from coming to Earth. My mother anxiously awaited news of your arrival, fearing for your health.
On the upcoming full moon, a unicorn girl will fall into this forest. She is Aurora. Please take care of and protect her in my place.
Mother? That's why from the beginning, Liam named her Aurora, even though she didn't remember her name. Liam didn't seem like a stranger by Aurora's side. Most importantly, Liam wanted to take Aurora's horn so that she wouldn't have to endure the torment of her past.
I'm sorry for misunderstanding you.
Let's leave this place.
Don't even think about escaping.
Suddenly, a radiant glow emanated from Aurora. She yelled and used her horn to shoot a spell that shattered the prison door. Liam was freed, and Aurora quickly lifted him onto her back, and they ran swiftly. They reached the edge of the abyss, the border between starlight and earth, where Aurora had once escaped from the forces of evil.
Should I jump into that abyss once again? Liam is a human, and if we jump from this height, he won't survive.
Ha 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 ha! Keep running!
The Unicorn Lord cast a spell towards Aurora, and she swiftly rose, retaliating with her horn. But his power was too strong. The Unicorn Lord continued his attack on Aurora, and Liam rushed forward to shield her, causing him to fall from the abyss. The Unicorn Lord laughed triumphantly, exerting all his strength to create a magical sphere to capture Aurora.
Prepare for the divine sacrifice, Aurora!
Aurora stretched her neck, kicked her legs, and aimed her horn directly at the sphere. Suddenly, the magical sphere cracked, and all the magic burst out, reversing its effect on the Unicorn Lord, causing him to disintegrate. The shockwave of the explosion was so powerful that it shook the ground, causing Aurora and Liam to fall into the abyss. Aurora swiftly reached out and embraced him. Both fell to earth, and Liam gradually regained consciousness. He was in anguish when he saw Aurora by his side. Aurora, please wake up! Liam suddenly remembered the act of taking Aurora's horn. I have a solution! Saying so, Liam took out a knife from his person and transformed Aurora back into a human form. You're awake!
Where am I? Who are you?
Because she saved Liam, Aurora lost her memories once again. But Liam was still happy, as he could be with her forever. Aurora no longer had to endure painful memories. Allow me to introduce. This is Earth, and I am Liam, the one who has silently loved you for a long time. From now on, let's call you Aurora. The two would learn about each other again, fall in love from the beginning, and live happily together forever. The story ends here. Don't forget, long ago, the night sky was not as bright as it is now. Mischievous demons took advantage of the darkness to disturb humankind. However, since the stars began to shine at night, these demons could no longer harm people, as they had to avoid the light. The stars had been guarding the night sky for thousands of years. Stella, a young prince in a certain kingdom, was enchanted by the enchanting night skies.
If you don't subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales, how can you admire this enchanting night sky?
Stella's room was decorated with stars, and she always dreamed of one day reaching those distant celestial spheres.
Stella! Did you skip the royal class again?
Stella paid little attention to anything other than her hobbies. She often argued loudly with her mother over this matter. But when the Queen suddenly fell seriously ill, Stella could not remain indifferent. No doctor, no magician could cure the Queen's strange illness.
If the Queen stays sick like this, the kingdom will be in chaos.
Now, Stella understood how busy her mother was all this time.
And I never cared about my mother. Don't cry, I can help the Queen. I am the Dark Fairy. I heard you cry.
With the Dark Fairy's magic, the Queen woke up in an instant.
Stella! Stella!
But that was still not enough.
Only the energy of the stars can heal the Queen, but I have used up all mine. Please, I'll do anything. Just make my mother healthy again.
Moved by Stella's kindness, the fairy offered her a chance. Stella had to plug 7 stars closest to Earth to gather enough energy to cure her mother. Stella agreed immediately, thinking that losing 7 stars wouldn't darken the sky much. The stars were far away in space, but their souls were kept in a garden above the clouds. The princess was impressed by the magnificence of the garden. On each star tree, a corresponding celestial sphere grew, representing that star in the universe. Looking up, Stella had never seen the Milky Way so clearly before. Stella quickly found Venus, the closest star to Earth. The sphere on that tree was different from what she imagined, like a beautifully polished stone. She easily plucked Venus and put it in her star bag. Then, Stella continued flying towards Mercury. The princess quickly flew away to avoid the intense heat.
Is this the star Earth? How marvelous!
Stella easily picked the next star, Mars. However, she encountered some difficulty when trying to pluck Jupiter, as it was quite massive.
Come on, you stubborn thing! Ah!
Then, Stella noticed that 4 stars had disappeared from the sky.
Huh? If the sky remained bright, nothing would have happened. Huh? What's around that tree over there?
Those were floating space rocks surrounding the planet Saturn and its tree, looking from afar like a circular belt. Stella was careless when flying through these space rocks. She fainted and her soul wandered into a strange world.
Is that the ring around the Saturn tree? Am I on Saturn?
Stella also discovered something dreadful. There were creatures living on Saturn. And not only on this star.
4 stars have disappeared!
The people on Mars and Saturn have disappeared too.
The Star Theft Princess had no awareness of the consequences of her behaviors. She had probably taken away billions of lives.
No, it can't be! It can't be like this!
The Mars star that Stella took was now emitting billions of terrified screams.
Stella, the Queen is very weak. Have you finished?
The princess couldn't stop now. She had gone too far.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Then, Stella continued to pluck the Uranus. And despite the freezing cold, she plucked the last star, Neptune. And when Stella placed the last star in her bag, the star garden in the sky suddenly turned pitch black.
Where are the stars? Where did they all go? You have the 7 stars now. Hurry, Stella.
Stella had only one thought in her mind. She had to save her mother. But now, she saw the consequences. The world was plunged into darkness again, and the demons had a chance to rise.
Stella, there's no time left. Hurry up!
No matter the state of the world, Stella didn't care anymore. All she wanted was her mother. The star bag was powerful enough to awaken the Queen as soon as it was near her. There was one thing Stella could not have foreseen.
That woman, she harmed me. Stay away. Run, Stella. You can't run, little girl.
It was all a plot by the Dark Fairy from the beginning. Long ago, the fairy had intended to steal the stars. The gods had discovered her plot, and they enchanted the Star Garden to prevent her from reaching it. However, the Dark Fairy didn't give up on her intentions. She waited for the right moment to harm the Queen using a dying star. And taking advantage of Stella's unfinished star-stealing plan, the Dark Fairy devised a cunning scheme.
This bag will absorb the light of the entire universe when it has enough energy.
Stella fell for the trick. Now, the Dark Fairy would use their boundless magical power to wreak havoc upon the cosmos. But the gods had already taken steps ahead of her. The gods discovered her plan and enchanted the stars. So, if the fairy touched them, the gods' magic would activate and destroy her forever. It was greed that made the Dark Fairy self-destruct. Stella couldn't abandon the chance to heal the Queen.
But if I sacrifice the stars, won't the world be engulfed in darkness and suffering? Then I'll just be as cruel as the Dark Fairy, won't I?
Don't do that, my daughter. You will regret it. Don't be selfish. Return the stars to the sky.
Stella felt liberated. She also realized that she had no right to steal the stars. And the Queen didn't want the world to suffer. She couldn't let her daughter torment herself for the rest of her life. The world returned to its former state, and the stars once again defeated the demon horde. A magical transformation also occurred within Stella. To thank her for her goodness, the gods gave her a star. Never had Stella been happier than she was now. The princess began to change, realizing her responsibilities to the kingdom and her beloved family. Forgiveness is a good thing, but forgiving betrayal is always a mistake. Everywhere was filled with joy at the wedding of Sophia and Cooper. She was the princess of the kingdom of the sea, never in love and only wanting to find a deserving person. And he was a talented prince, incredibly wealthy, sweet and polite.
Does anybody object to this marriage?
I object!
Things took a turn for the worse when Sophia's rival, the Princess of the Green Forest, appeared.
How dare you ruin my happiness, Grace? Today should have been my wedding, and Cooper should have been the groom.
Oh, my naive little girls. He had given them love, which made them willing to enter into marriage. They dreamed of a complete love, only to receive unforgettable humiliation.
You wretch! Were you the one spreading rumors to bring me here?
The overflowing emotions of passionate love and the pain of betrayal caused the two girls to react strongly. Why cry? Without me, there would be someone else. Because he was a deceitful prince, skilled at seduction and stealing the hearts of unsuspecting princesses. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. Avery worked as a server in a luxurious tavern. With her simple appearance and cold, indifferent nature, she seemed invisible to everyone. As she grew older, she became more indifferent, binding herself to a boring serving job. The tavern had a regular guest, Prince Cooper. Every month, he would bring a different princess to the tavern for a date. Avery despised Cooper because he reminded her of her father. Her father had abandoned her and her mother for another woman. Since then, she had lost faith in love and withdrawn into a dull life. Due to her deep hatred, Avery had tried many times to expose Cooper, but failed. But perhaps luck would come her way this time.
Do you know what he said to me?
Without you, life has no meaning anymore.
So marry me instead! Oh heavens, that wretched man!
Avery joined them and revealed Cooper's previous deceitful actions.
This is too much! We need someone who can make him suffer and experience the feeling of betrayal! But who? He has charmed almost every princess in the world. Not every princess yet.
Although Cooper had visited the tavern many times, he had never noticed Avery. To him, she was just a commoner, invisible. They would transform her into the ideal girlfriend and teach him a lesson.
For someone accustomed to getting everything he wants, Cooper will be impressed by an arrogant princess. Mysterious and acting submissive at the right moment. Remember!
The first encounter with Cooper happened at the tavern again. Sophia and Grace secretly gave Cooper a mysterious drink that made him behave foolishly. Do you know? You're so attractive.
You're insane!
What is this? Wait a minute. According to the plan, this was when Avery appeared, leaving Cooper stunned with just one glance. In the following days, Cooper sought to meet Avery continuously. Avery maintained an unpredictable attitude towards Cooper. Sometimes friendly and open, sometimes cold and icy, confusing him. He was going crazy because he had never made so much effort before. Come on, Avery. When will you agree to go on a date with me?
You? I don't know what's true anymore.
What do I have to do to prove my sincerity? I really mean it. Suddenly, a thief appeared, and Cooper immediately stood up to protect Avery. Avery pretended to be moved and accepted his 100th confession of love. The plan was on its way to perfect success. Avery and her accomplices laughed at Cooper's foolishness. However, things were not as easy as she thought. Cooper was overly sweet and genuinely caring. He actively learned about her interests and tenderly took care of her step by step. They spent many nights talking to each other. Avery kept reminding herself that it was all just a play, and he was still a villain.
Remember his true nature. Wake up!
On an unsuspecting night... Be careful, Avery!
Oh no, Cooper!
Avery caught him and helped treat his wounds. In this touching moment, a marriage proposal was just around the corner. Avery had prepared herself for a cheesy line he would say to countless other girls. But... Avery, I know I'm terrible, but for you, I will change. I want to be worthy of being by your side. Come on, let me show you this. Since childhood, I had been seriously ill and at risk of dying early. My mother made a deal with a demon to give me her remaining years in exchange for her revival. I couldn't bear it. Then sold my soul to the demon with the deal for my mother's revival. I swore to open the gates and bring the demon to the mortal world, using the broken hearts of the princesses as the main ingredient. I already have enough ingredients to complete the gateway, but I've decided not to open it anymore. Because now I love you! I want to live a redeemed life by your side forever!
Are these words true?
Avery began to feel conflicted about her revenge plan, and perhaps had developed some feelings for Cooper. She shared everything with Sophia and Grace.
Fantastic! This is evidence to put him in jail. And we'll attend his wedding wearing bridal gowns.
Huh?
Cooper and Avery's wedding was splendid. The promiscuous prince finally found his life's destination. Sophia and Grace secretly blended into the wedding to witness the perfect ending of their play. Thank you for giving me the chance to change. Please let me love you for the rest of my life. Avery became more and more confused.
Huh?
If she continued to deceive him at this moment, she wouldn't be any better than him. She gritted her teeth and finally revealed the truth that everything was part of a revenge plan by the betrayed brides. Huh? Betrayed brides?
You will repent in prison!
Ironically, fate punished Cooper severely. The one he loved couldn't be with him, and she made him taste extreme agony.
Why cry?
Suddenly, the demon crashed the wedding and unleashed his fury. It turned out that one of the demon's minions had secretly observed Cooper and knew that he had abandoned his plan to open the gates of hell. Therefore, the minion brought the gateway to the wedding and completed it. The demon decided to punish Cooper. Grace and Sophia called upon mystical creatures from the ocean and the forest to join the battle. However, the darkened Cooper was too powerful, and they couldn't defeat him. Seeing the image of a corrupted Cooper in agony, Avery realized that she had indeed developed feelings for him.
I believe in you. Don't lose yourself.
This made him recall the moment when his mother passed away. How do ye want me to become?
Become whoever you want, as long as you live with integrity and treat others kindly. That will always make me proud of you. Don't lose yourself, my child.
At this moment, Cooper saw his mother's image in Avery. A sinful person like you deserves to go to hell with me!
No, Cooper!
But Cooper chose to atone for his mistakes. The shards of broken hearts scattered and returned to the deceived brides. There was one piece of a heart that he had given to the one he loved. After everything, Avery lived a positive and open life, ready to embrace love. Occasionally, she would remember Cooper and remind herself that true kindness could transform everything. She always had the choice to live a righteous life. Upon a time.
Ah! No! No! What is it? Oh my! It's taking me away! It's okay. It can't see me. What kind of place is this? Where are you going, weirdo?
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel.
Leave me alone!
Sandy!
Mom! It's Mom! Are you really here?
No, your mother is no longer here. Look there.
Huh? No! No! It can't be! Mom!
This is Sandy, a girl haunted by nightmares every night.
Sandy, why haven't you woken up yet? Do you know that?
I know! I know!
Sandy's nightmares originate from real life. Her mother passed away a long time ago, and our little girl couldn't reconcile with her father. Sandy's life at school wasn't any better. She was often teased by her friends. Gradually, Sandy became isolated, self-conscious, and doubtful of herself.
Where did you put your eyes and nose, you weirdo?
Sandy's life became burdened, both in reality and in her nightmares, and it seemed like it would continue forever if it weren't for that fateful day. A royal messenger came to Sandy's school to announce a royal dance competition. Having a natural talent for dancing, this was an opportunity for Sandy to break free from her insecurities. Unfortunately, Sandy was too timid to seize the opportunity.
Well, well, well! Look at what our weirdo's planning to do, everyone!
The girl allowed herself to be consumed by embarrassment and doubt, taking over her mind. That night, as usual, Sandy was bound to encounter a nightmare, but not this time.
Wake up, little girl, wake up!
Sandy had a strange dream she had never experienced before.
Where am I? And who are you? This is the dream world, and I am Baku, the dream eater. I have devoured all of your nightmares. Reality influences dreams, and people create their own dreams. That's why you often have nightmares. So I want to give you a gift.
The artifact that Sandy held was the Sandbag of Dreams. It granted people the ability to modify dreams according to their desires, with the only limitation being their imagination. Now, Sandy could create beautiful things in her dreams, in stark contrast to her daytime life filled with sadness.
Just throw a handful of sand, think about what you want, and all the worries will vanish.
She longed to stand on a stage, but her shyness held her back in the real world. However, in the dream world, Sandy transformed it exactly as she desired. She became a beautiful princess in the kingdom of swans, and she had to perform in the dance competition before the whole kingdom. In the audience, Sandy recognized familiar faces. Unlike in real life, they cheered enthusiastically for Sandy, giving her the confidence she had never felt during the day. As if fueled by newfound strength, Sandy performed graceful dance moves that had been hidden due to the shyness and self-doubt. It had been a long time since Sandy felt such happiness. She easily captivated everyone with her innate talent.
Wake up, Sandy! It's morning!
However, this was just a dream, and Sandy couldn't immerse herself in it forever.
It's the sandbag! The Baku was real!
Sandy couldn't help but be excited about tonight's dream. But her excitement was quickly overshadowed by fatigue from the moment she woke up. And Sandy felt even worse when...
What are you going to perform? A bookworm's dance?
Insecure from being teased by her friends, Sandy yearned for happiness in her fantasies. That night, she once again used the gift given by Baku.
Don't worry, tiredness is just a side effect. It will disappear quickly. But it always ends up the same. No matter how I dream, my friends in the real world are still the same.
But Sandy didn't know that Baku could pull others into her dreams. Sandy transformed herself into a warrior princess in the underwater kingdom. Her friends became loyal generals under her command, obeying her orders and no longer mocking her like in the real world. When the underwater kingdom was attacked, Sandy courageously led them to fight against the evil pirates.
Yeah.
Instead of being timid in reality, in the dream world, Sandy fought bravely and defeated the pirates, saving the other fishes in her friends' admiration. Receiving cheers for her heroic deeds, Sandy could freely converse with her friends without being teased. But of course, every dream had to come to an end. Sandy felt even more exhausted than the previous day, as if loneliness and despair engulfed her. There was something very strange. Sandy's friends no longer teased her, but because of the dream, they were afraid and reluctant to interact with her. Lost in thought, Sandy slowly made her way home, determined not to use the sandbag anymore. But
why are you coming home at this hour?
I'm tired. Sorry, Dad.
No excuses. Do you know that?
Why do you have to be like this, Dad? Why can't you just leave me alone? Mom never did that. You don't understand anything.
That night, once again, Sandy used the sandbag to forget the real-world pain. She became a beautiful princess in the Rainbow Kingdom. Sandy lived a prosperous life, surrounded by loyal subjects. She had everything she wanted and lacked nothing in this dream. But most importantly, in this dream, Sandy had a warm family. She had asked Baku to bring her father into the dream. And she even used the sandbag to create the presence of her deceased mother.
It's been so long since I had such a good meal. You're happy, aren't you, little girl?
Baku seemed to grow bigger and more peculiar. But Sandy didn't care about Baku's transformations because she was immersed in the happiness of the dream.
Sandy, my dear, what is this?
Father and daughter's love pulled Sandy's father out of Baku's control.
It has been told for a long time. I've heard it. That monster, it will devour dreams and even hope and happiness.
It gave me happiness, something you couldn't do. You control even my dreams. I don't want to see you anymore.
The sandbag and the monster, they heard Sandy's wish. The next day, Sandy woke up, not only tired, but also desperate and in pain. She went to school without noticing her father's absence.
Why is our house so dark now?
It turned out her father had been asleep since the previous night, and no matter how Sandy called, he remained in a deep slumber, as if forever lost. Sandy suddenly remembered Baku's strange behavior, and her words in the dream the day before. Perhaps this was the reason. Despite being exhausted, Sandy decided to use the sandbag to enter the dream one last time. One final time. She quickly found her father in the dream, and someone very familiar.
Why are you so strict? Sandy is just a child.
I have to be. I want her to toughen up. I love that little girl. I can't lose her, like you.
Dad.
Here you are, Sandy.
Sandy couldn't believe it. Her mother was actually the monster Baku. It lured Sandy into creating beautiful dreams, only to devour her hopes and happiness that she invested in those false dreams.
You're drowning in fake happiness. You didn't notice my changes. You have to pay.
Now that it had enough power, Baku would devour the souls of both Sandy and her father. Sandy instinctively used the sandbag to fight against Baku. But of course, nothing happened. Without the sandbag, Sandy was nothing.
Let him go!
Desperation filled Sandy's eyes as she watched her father grow weaker and weaker.
Sandy, I'm sorry.
Helplessness, despair, and love overwhelmed Sandy. Now, Sandy had no wish other than to save her father.
Let him go!
A surge of power from an unknown source helped Sandy rescue her father in an instant.
Reality influences dreams. People create their own dreams.
That's right. This is my dream, where I can do anything, where I can create my own dreams.
Sandy's willpower became extraordinarily strong. She transformed into a graceful swan princess, performing enchanting ballet moves to push back the monster. Hope and self-confidence surged within Sandy. She continued to transform into a mermaid and harnessed the power of the sea. Sandy's tsunami swept Baku away, pushing it back to where it belonged, and she transformed into a rainbow princess, delivering the final blow to Baku.
Take that!
Sandy, my dear!
Sandy's father recovered after she defeated Baku. At this very moment, the true owner of the Sandbag of Dreams appeared. She was the goddess of dreams. Baku was a creation that got out of hand, stealing the Sandbag of Dreams to display its power and mischief.
Actually, didn't the little girl defeat the monster herself?
Sandy's father and daughter left the dream without knowing that Sandy's mother was, in fact, Baku. It was the goddess who transformed into Baku to help Sandy have confidence in herself. After the dream, Sandy's father understood his daughter better. Sandy also understood that instead of escaping into illusions, she had to face difficulties with courage.
That's my friend! I study with her! She's amazing!
And Sandy, she vowed to me that when she stood on the stage, she caught a glimpse of someone who resembled her late mother, smiling kindly at her.
Hello, I am Amor, a Cupid, and I love my job. The couples I've paired are incredibly strong and happy.
Huh?
Oh no, sometimes, yeah, there are small mistakes. Huh? Amor. Please pray for me by hitting the like button so I have the courage to endure the punishment. Actually, these penalty sessions happen quite often. How many times have you made mistakes, Amor? Look at your current ranking. One more time at the bottom of the ranking, and I won't be able to protect you, even if I had 3 heads and 6 hands. Put yourself in the customer's shoes. Understand them. Amor, please. Understand the customers? But I don't get to love or know much about them. Thanks to another Cupid helping me get love, I don't have a good relationship with them either. Huh? Hurry! I need to send this letter to Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, what do you wish for?
You can't see it. Of course I wish for us to be together forever. All right, Santa Claus can help us with that. Thinking about it, I just had to write a wish briefly. But it seems like I may have gone a bit overboard. Huh? 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 Is one letter too risky? Or should I send them all to Santa to be sure? But day by day, the holiday is approaching. And I haven't received any responses. This is my last hope, please.
I'm Satan. I don't like introductions. And I wouldn't have to do this if this strange arrow hadn't disrupted my 100-year sleep. Well, no matter. This is what I want. Let's see. Who's the hero who rescued me from the seal? It took me a few minutes to realize that some little Cupid wanted me to grant a wish for love. So, what's the problem? The problem is, she wrote Santa Claus as Satan Claus. Oh my, oh my. But from this mishap, I suddenly had another idea. She called me Santa. So, let's just roll with it and be Santa Claus.
let's welcome the puppet that will help me disrupt Christmas. So you're Amor, the one who wants to make a wish from me.
And are you Santa Claus, willing to grant a wish? You're quite deep into Halloween, aren't you?
That's right, I am Satan.
Santa named Satan? That name sounds suspicious.
Actually, I'm pretty miserable. The thing is...
I understand. You're just like me, always at the bottom of the ranking, right? All right, I'll help you get close to the Christmas icons to enhance your magical power. Then grant me a boyfriend, okay?
This enthusiastic little thing's pushing me too far.
Santa Claus, are you afraid of heights too?
Go away. Anyway, I've already reached the first icon, the Christmas tree. That naive Cupid thought I'd decorate the trees according to tradition. Oh, of course not. I have my own plan. Just wait. As soon as I took the soul of the Christmas tree, everything around me collapsed. Just a few comforting words from me, and Amor immediately believed and even consoled me.
Satan is even clumsier than me. Decorating doesn't seem to suit him, so I had to take him to bake gingerbread cookies. But in the end, he still caused trouble.
Hey, what are you doing? They're all broken.
No, it's not. Look, sometimes all we need is a little love power. And with that, magic can happen.
There are still cracks here.
Come on, some cracks are actually achievements. This stubborn Satan reluctantly listened to me and helped rescue the broken cookies. That's not right. First, you have to think about who you want to give the cookies to. My, he's better at this than I am. Satan's cookies turned out really well. Who did he think of, I wonder? Well, I don't care, as long as the cookies are saved.
So, everything is going according to my plan, even this gift workshop. Amor had to swear and beg her love goddess to let us come and help her. Get to work. The accidental mishap, of course, repeated itself.
Oh my! What's happening? Santa? Did you mess up again?
I think this time she might go crazy. Everyone has their limits.
Let it go.
I don't know how long she's been sitting there. My heart suddenly aches. What is this feeling? Regret? No way. It's just that I hate letting others suffer the consequences of what I've done.
That clumsy Satan guy is surprisingly good at this. He says he hates kids on the surface, but he seems more enthusiastic than me. Gifts are all delivered, just missing one more gift for myself.
My magical power is almost strong enough. Just need one more place.
One more special place for Christmas. Ah, I got it. This is the annual performance of the Christmas spirits. Starting from last year, they found a way to create a magical rain, so it's really hard to get tickets.
I'm not telling lies. The magical snow really appeared.
You're right. It seems that magic can return.
That's right. I can feel it. My wish is about to come true. But why did you lose your magic?
That year, I did something bad.
Huh? How bad was it?
Huh? Got you, Satan!
What's going on here? I need an explanation. Those people are fiercely pursuing and trying to catch Satan.
Quickly, get out of here! Do you know who he is? And you're still protecting him?
My ears rang from their words. Satan? He is really a brutal Satan? They say that he used to be a Santa Claus in the guild, but he committed a serious offense and destroyed Christmas, so he was sealed in a distant land. So, it's all lies. I wanted to believe him, but the evidence in front of me doesn't make it easy.
I didn't expect everything to suddenly turn so bad. I wanted to explain something to her, anything, but the Santa Guild wouldn't give me a chance. If I hadn't tried to keep things from getting too chaotic, I might have defeated them. Then, an unexpected incident occurred that even I couldn't foresee. Watch out! I can finally relax. It seems like I've wandered into a distant dream. Back then, I was just an apprentice Santa Claus, extremely awkward and clumsy. When I didn't know what to do most, a little girl appeared. A girl who was kind and gentle, like an angel. She was the only one who didn't call me useless. I swore I would do anything to repay her kindness. Even if it went against the conventional moral code. Anything as long as that girl could live longer. But God is so cruel. Just one season, only one season wasn't allowed. They didn't allow me to do that. The adorable girl, my little angel, had to close her eyes forever. The shock changed me. Things had to come to me, no matter what I had to do. And then I was sealed in a distant land. My heart seemed to freeze once again. Suddenly, warmth came.
Uncle, are you cold?
Is it her?
Satan, wake up quickly!
I'm sorry.
I understand everything. Don't say anything. I have to do something.
It's no use. My heart is about to freeze. That seemed to be how I got the last Christmas I got. A kiss under the mistletoe.
You've become a real Santa now.
But no matter what I became, they still didn't accept me. At this point, surprisingly, the townsfolk sided with me. This was the first time I received a gift. Seeing everything, the last Santa Guild leader finally compromised.
Why don't we catch him, sir?
Look, we're in the name of protecting Christmas, but what have we done? On the other hand, he's the one who's actually done it.
After that night, I gradually defeated all my opponents and rose to the top of the Cupid rankings.
As for Satan, or rather my official boyfriend, he was allowed to return to the guild, as long as he promised not to cause trouble anymore. Senpai, can you share your secrets to success with us? Secrets, huh? Well, try making a wish to Santa Claus. For example, a love under the mistletoe.